telling me to smell your fear? Am I driving you insane? Am I eating at your brain? No happy endings will ever find you. Your heavy breathing and pain will end soon. You're picking up the pieces to the ghost that'll haunt you too. Five nights at Freddy's. Now it's the finale and you are ready. Don't cry, we're not so scary. Don't make a scene and we'll end this quickly. Maybe you just lost your mind. Kicking and screaming that you lost your time. But we all know you're said and done. With voices in your head, with monsters under your bed. There's no tomorrow for you, no matter what they said. You know who you are, and we know everything. You've come so far, now you pull the string. That's right. Five nights at Freddy's. Now it's the finale and you are ready. Don't cry, we're not so scary. Don't make a scene and we'll end this quickly. Maybe you just lost your mind. Kicking and screaming that you lost your time. But we all know you're said and done.
It's my sincerest belief that we can go on living. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
Hey there, everyone! Hello! How's it going, everyone? Well, Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the Dougie Zone. So, that is... Okay, hold on. Nah, I'll leave that for now. So, we're doing a little side detour for right now for Oblivion, which will be today. Don't worry. So, it'll be Komorebi this time. Okay, now let's stop this and, go out. Right. So, I played this last time, and it was freaking phenomenal. Though, I realized something. I was playing the wrong version. Yes, we were playing the wrong version because after I... That's just my phone, but anyway. So, what happened last time was basically this. I did not realize I was playing the wrong version. So, you want to know what the biggest pain was? That all of this would have gotten me achievements, but the thing is, the achievements are kind of glitched in the version I was playing. I don't know why that I didn't get achievements, but this version is quite different because it also has this little awesome icon, as you're seeing right here, and also the journal entries are different. Like so. See? It's actually a different thing. Sorry. But yeah. Isaac is 100% innocent. Ugh, I can't talk today.
View which journal entry?
Okay, so 4. Did I read this already? Ran out of space. Hold on. No. I didn't read this last time. Okay, so I've been forgetting a few things. That discount Isaac applied to my identity wasn't really what I thought. He just shared his friends and family discount with me since he works for Argus. I feel a lot better about that now. I kind of thought we were cheating the system. Who doesn't want to cheat the system these days? I was trying to cheat the system because I'm a motherfucking rebel. That's how. Anyway, I don't want to get in trouble so soon after moving. I really like it here. I also started to bond with Dante. He always seemed a bit distant, but I kind of feel a real connection the moment we were alone. You know, without the constant quips he likes to throw around. They were still there, don't get me wrong, but they didn't take the forefront like they normally do. I got to learn more about him and his work, and it was great. I'm sure Isaac would be happy that we're getting along too. Me, Isaac, and Taylor all ran into a zero on the street today. I knew that they were here to protest illegally, yet also peacefully. Nice. But I didn't pay them any mind. That all changed today. These people are no longer a concept in my head. I met them for real, and a lot of the advice people have given me just feels wrong now. Ignore them. Don't get involved. But they're people and they're suffering. How can we ignore that? Maybe that's why Argus never wanted them in the city. So we always saw them as an invisible threat. I guess it's a lot clearer to fight the idea of a person than it is the actual person. I hope they get what they want. What the fuck? Ran out of space on the bottom, so I'm signing here and no one can stop me. Oh my god, Delta, you are such a little shit. I love you. Right, okay, so all that's done. These are done, except for this. And we are nearly done with this, so let's get right into it.
Experience pivotal fragment. Another session.
I like this new icon right here because it's more appealing to this instead of like the basic one, you know, the white one that's on every single fucking computer right there. Everybody deserves a chance to start fresh, even you. Why is this game so philosophical suddenly? Also 19th. Now, I almost forgot to mention that the format of this, like of how the days are and shifting around and all that, it feels like the format of Lost in a way. Now, we all know Lost and such and how that ended. It was a bit weird, but I don't know. People might appreciate it more these days. Who knows? But anyway, that format is... What the... What is that? Oh, that was a bit weird. Huh. I actually didn't notice that. Sorry. The counselor stares at me like he's unsure what to say. A few sheets of paper in his hands sporadically divert his attention. Sorry. I'm a bit, just some stuff about, just some, job information about patient and, some soundtrack bullshit, but anyway, whatever, get the fuck out of here. I can tell he's reading the notes from our previous session. Our first session. We didn't get to cover much ground, but it was still a nice experience. I was worried we wouldn't get along, and that was a bit of a stressor. He seems nice, though, and a lot of my worries have dwindled. That's good thinking. As this is good tea.
Terribly sorry about last time. I hate cutting things short. But when our safety is on the line, I have to make some tough calls.
Oh?
That protest seemed pretty heated. I hope they didn't give you any trouble.
Protest? I shake my head. I had no issues getting home. Oh yeah, the journal entry. Okay, that's right. I don't think the protesters wanted to hurt anybody. They wanted change. Obviously, some would fight for that change, but no hands have been forced yet.
Interesting times we live in.
Yeah.
Pay a group no mind, and eventually it'll grow unchecked. At this rate, the heads of August might have to get involved.
Hand beans. Too bad it's not cat beans. Those would be even more precious.
But let's not worry about that right now. We're on the clock. There's a couple of things I wanted to ask you last night.
I'm not on the clock.
Let's
Are you
stop
fucking
there.
kidding me? I'm off the
Given how
clock.
calm it is outside today, I don't think we'll have any issues.
Okay. Giving him a nod, I lean back in my chair. Ah, this is a comfy chair. I really didn't need to be here, but I didn't want to lose points either. My god, seriously, this point system. Seriously. It's like for a video game almost, except more harsh. It seemed like we were in the stalemate until he cleared me as a patient. I only saw my last counselor for so long because it was part of my normal. With a big life change like this, I wanted to leave some of that stuff behind. Starting fresh is always a pain in the ass. It always is, no matter where you go. If he can deem me mentally fit, then I won't have to see him anymore. Or he could deem you mentally ill, and then 3 ways to Sunday, you're fucked. Yeah, you're fucked 3 ways to Sunday, my boy. Oh, sweet fucking lord. That could be easy or hard, and a difference from doctor to doctor. But with how we're getting along, I think he can tell that I'm doing well. No, I'm not doing well. Oh, I'm doing fucking terrible. As I've said many times before, my lack of a vision has never held me back.
This one is actually a bit atypical, but I'll ask it anyway. As we've already established, you're a bit of a unique case. So, if you had the option to experience a vision, would you?
Would I?
I know you say you're fine without one, but this is a different angle. If I could offer you a vision of your future, would you take it?
Point.
Keep in mind that you might not like what you see. Not at all.
Could this change the plot entirely? I'm fine. I don't need to strict. All right. I think I may be taking that into some context, but to be chained down by a future that can or cannot be changed would be very restrictive, and many opportunities that you would have would be gone and out the window. So to have that chained to you would not be good. Now, sometimes it could be a bit of a guide to where you need to be. So in order to change that, you would need to find a way to get to that without fucking up. But the other side is you could be fine without the future, and then anything could happen. So that's more free will. I'm going with more free will.
All right, I'll take your word for it. You're a really interesting person, you know. I like that. Most people like you crave Komorebi. To be like everybody else.
That's a bit weird that you know point. What the hell?
I've never found any merit in that, though. Trying to be like other people only makes you forget who you are. There's a certain beauty in embracing what makes you special.
Oh my god, this is actually... Oh.
There used to be a time when you couldn't do that. At least not without being judged by your peers.
Damn, he looks amazing with that angle.
Even a few generations ago, psychics were a laughingstock. But then Komorebi came along and turned the tables for everybody. My point is that society moves on to a new fad almost every other day. Trying to stay current, trying to fit in, is generally a bad idea.
This is getting very deep for me. I don't know why. But it's getting pretty deep now.
Be yourself, Delta. Your
Whoa.
time in the spotlight
Whoa.
will come eventually.
Okay, I will. Holy shit, this is actually a fucking fantasy. What? I'm not unsure of where he's going with this. He makes me do that a lot, doesn't he?
Regardless of your thoughts right now, in the future, you may feel pressured to fit in. I try and give my patients lessons that they can use for the rest of their lives. So even if I end up clearing you as a patient, you'll be just a tad wiser.
Uh-huh. You know, when he puts it that way, it sounds kind of cool. Join the cool kids? I may not be a therapist, but maybe I shouldn't think of him as one. Maybe I should think of him as a colleague that I just happened to be an ex with, and he was my lover in the past. Although in previous times, we never got along. Or if we did get along, we were just way too fucking drunk for that. End of story. He's like a mentor, an older, wiser person to teach me valuable lessons, and probably a very big-ass age gap between us, no matter how his hair and looks and all that business.
As I was saying, Komorebi changed the way we see almost everything.
And of how some angles changed how freaking awesome he looks.
We look back on history and see prophets all the time, but we never believed them. Seers, soothsayers, fortune tellers, we see them littered throughout our past.
Soothsayers? What the fuck is a soothsayer? Oh, wait. I don't have my phone on me, actually, because Yeah, side thing. I basically got a new phone recently. It's the S25 Edge. It's over there right now. And it's currently setting itself up. Now, the apps are installing currently because I transfer all my shit. So, yeah, that's basically what it is.
But now, it's impossible to justify our skepticism. In fact, it now seems unreasonable to deny. Who's to say that Komorebi wasn't gifted to special people in the past? These people throughout the ages could have just been the first to receive it.
Huh. Maybe a trial run?
Interesting take, but you could be right. We do trial runs all the time. No reason why nature can't do the same.
True.
It's just that the implications of these visions unsettled a lot of people.
Oh, I bet, because when you fuck with because you don't fuck with nature. You fuck with nature, shit's gonna get real. Fast.
I'd advise you not to think of Komorebi as a gift, though.
Fuck, I love it.
A lot of people without visions do that. They feel like they weren't worthy.
Why would I feel that way? Oh my god, that tea is good.
That's a downward spiral, though, as I doubt we'll ever be able to prove its origins.
Maybe.
But regardless of where it came from, we have to live with it. You seem to be doing pretty good in a world like this, though. You may not fit in, but like I said, you don't need to.
Oh, that. Oh, wow. Although he is right. He smiles softly, places his papers on the stand beside him.
I'm a bit of an outlier myself, you know.
Oh?
There's a reason why I counsel people like you, Delta. So when I talk about not having visions, just know that I speak from the heart.
What?
A lot of things you feel over your lifetime, I already have. Doubts, fears, depression. There's a lot that could come your way.
Oh, God.
If I can make it easier on you, then I consider all of this a success.
Oh? Whoa. So he's never experienced Komorebi either? I also find it interesting that he's starting to open up to me. Until just recently, it seemed like he was reciting a self-help book. Well, it was getting kind of pretty real, folks. I mean, seriously, not gonna freaking lie.
You might not experience these things for years to come. But unfortunately, we all have a crisis or two throughout our lives. When yours comes, I hope that you'll look back on these talks with an open mind.
It feels a little harsh to tell me that my life will be difficult in the future. But I guess that's the universal fact. Nobody sails through life without issue, nor drama. There's plenty of drama in our lives. I thank him for what he's told me, and especially for opening up to me.
No worries, Delta. This is a two-way street.
Okay?
I may do most of the talking, but I try to mix it up. I want to talk to you, not at you. It's more personal that way.
Oh.
For example, now you know that I'm just like you. My advice may have seemed generic, but it came from experience, and that, as they say, is the best teacher. So I think we'll mix together well.
Maybe. I mean, experience is the best teacher. Can't do anything without experience and all.
Let's talk about that during our next session, though. We're almost off the clock. I'd hate to get cut off in the middle of something like we did last time.
Oh.
Just be careful out there when you leave. Could be another protest. Or even worse.
Curfew? I realize that he's right. The hour of our session has basically flown by. That's probably a good thing, though. Wouldn't want these meetings to drag on. After thanking him for his time, I decided to gather my thoughts before heading out. Oh! Holy shit, it's another?
Interact with each word to learn more about it.
Okay.
Upon interacting with both, your experience will continue.
Okay, GLaDOS. Let's try this. While the system is presented as mandatory, some people still dodge it. They have no score, no identity, and live outside the city in self-sustaining colonies. They're known as Zeros. While originally a small group, they have since grown quite large. But as they grow, so too does the size and scope of our cities. The Argus Corporation has slowly but surely been encroaching on Zero territory. They're running out of space, and the integrity of their communities is more and more at risk. Some people say that they deserve it, but I don't think it's so black and white. Wow! Thank you, Delta, but some people... Damn! That is fucking misjudgmental as hell. Either way, these protests aren't violent, and they aren't calling for any substantial change. Zeros simply want the ability to enter the city legally and purchase what they need to live. They need this because the loss of space means they can't make enough on their own. And not only that, but many people who live outside the city don't do so by choice. If you abandoned the system, you wouldn't be allowed back, or your children, or even their children. Many Zeros suffer for the choices of those that came before them. Those that come before. These protests could give them the chance to try their hands at life in the city. I'm sure they'll reach a mutual conclusion, but it's odd how involved Argus is. They have such a sway with world powers, but I guess, as people say, they did save the world. Maybe they're simply collecting what they now believe is their reward. Huh. Interesting. Their workings of Argus, workings of the corporation are shrouded in mystery. Nobody even knows who runs it, but theories run rampant. Currently, it must be in the hands of the founder's child or children. It's been way too long to remain in the hands of just one generation. But no matter who runs it, their influence on society is clear. A world without the Argus Corporation would be awful. At least that's what we think. All we can really do is speculate. Yes, because without Apple, we are fucked. Or Microsoft. Either way, the influence and power of the single corporation is immense. They have a monopoly on almost everything and use it to maintain order. Could be worse. They could use their power for nefarious purposes. Not worth thinking about, though, as there are far more real issues at hand. Namely, the protests and the people living outside our city limits, Zeros. Oh, maybe I should have done Argus first and then protest. I don't know. Ah. Damn it. Oh, God. Ooh, a journal entry. I'll check it out later.
Experience pivotal fragment. Introspeculation.
Yes. Let's do it. Nostalgia is like a broken mirror. Recreate their past, and you end up full of cuts. Fuck. Hey, it's Friday! The nightclub. I throw my head back and take a shot. The alcohol quickly burns my throat. After a couple of coughs, I let out a noise that signals my satisfaction. Like so. Ah. There we go. I can't help but feel happy as a warm feeling rises within me.
I guess Delta is a lightweight too. Looks like you have some competition, Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not a competition if the victor is clear. $100 says I pass out before they do.
Oh, God.
Oh, now this is gonna be interesting.
Here, let me get the music. We need a theme song for Taylor's demise.
Ha! Smartass.
Wow, have some faith, dude. As if your ego needs to get any bigger. If I could afford it, my money would go right on Delta. Wait, you can't afford it? I thought your books were bestsellers. Yeah, they were.
Were?
Anyway, what do you want to hear? You all okay if I put on some Clays?
Clays. Oh.
I could go either way.
You know, I heard he could too.
Oh, really? He'd fit in well with us then.
Ooh!
Whoa, 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 speak for yourself, man. We don't all hit on everyone we see.
Yeah, I made sure to warn my friend about that. Meeting a boozed-up Taylor is certainly an, experience.
Sounds like a fun experience. Get drunk, Taylor.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
Good.
Please don't.
Always gotta ruin my fun. But go ahead, put on some clays. Not very party-like, just sitting here in silence.
Okay. Dante smiles and pulls out his phone. Speakers in the corners of the room let out a noise, signaling his connection. After a few minutes of scrolling through his device, he decides on a song.
Party time? Party time!
Fuck yeah! He presses play with a wide grin on his face, and music fills the room. Isaac grabs the bottle of vodka resting on the table and stands up tall.
And that means more shots.
Oh, God. He slides the shot glass across the table in my direction. I roll a d20. Critical fail. I miss, and the glass hits the floor. Fucking hell, I'm drunk. Dante does the same, but in Taylor's direction. Oh, no. They really do want to test our tolerance.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double. He throws the ball in the air and catches it with a flourish.
We're making it a double.
To protect the world from death. Fucking hell. He walks over to me and fills up both shot glasses with vodka. A moment later, he does the same to Taylor, topping us up. I tell him I do it, as long as him and Dante do it too.
You have yourself a deal. 4 for you, 4 for us.
What?
You really want us to pass out, huh? Don't think your friend would like being stood up.
Shut
Pace
up.
yourselves, don't worry. Remember, we're not leaving for 3 more hours.
Still, don't want to be stood up. Up.
So you're saying drink up?
I'm surprised you haven't already.
As if that was a direct challenge, Taylor and I both take our shots. Then, in one swift motion, we slide the glasses over to Isaac and Dante. Filling them up almost immediately, Isaac then strikes the thinking pose.
We should have a toast.
To what?
To kissing Isaac! Taylor's inner British is becoming clear as he wobbles slightly. If the early wager were official, I guess he'd be winning.
I live by many rules, but one has never let me down. Always let a writer make the toast. It's what they do best.
Huh. All eyes are immediately on Dante.
Wow. No pressure or anything.
Come on, it's an honor.
Oh, God.
It's my job. It's not a party trick, but sure. Let me think of something.
Him and Isaac both pick up one shot glass in unison. There's a pause for a few minutes while Dante decides what to say. But after a while of thinking, he seems to get up and laugh.
You know what? This one's just from the heart. Here's to getting wasted with the people that matter.
Aw.
Yeah, with the people that matter. And with any luck, that list will keep on growing.
Fuck yeah. Taylor and I hold our hands up like we were taking shots as well. We all say cheers, and they down the vodka faster than Isaac poured it. Talking about getting a head start on the night, buzzed before supper time.
Speaking of which, who are we meeting? You gonna tell us who this friend of yours is?
Nope. But honestly, I'm nervous too. I've never met him, so it's not just you.
Who the fuck is it?
Wait a second. You've never even met him?
Correct?
And you think I move fast with guys?
Hey, it's not like he's a stranger, man. He's just never been in town until today.
I see.
But we've been friends online for a while now. Trust me, he's good. No need to worry.
Sorry, just moving a few things.
If you say so.
Okay.
Anyone who gives me free booze is good in my books. I just thought you met him before with how much you've been saying.
Nope. Just the anxiety making me ramble.
Oh, God. Poor Isaac.
Hence all the liquid courage we just ingested. Might want Want to switch to rum, though? Vodka's running dry.
Oh, jeez. Really? He shakes the bottle with an embarrassed laugh. We've already gone through a whole bottle? How? Isaac must have a weird definition of pacing.
Rum? I'm down. I'll go grab the cola. I think it's time to start mixing. Those straight shots are really starting to creep up on me.
Uh-oh. That's not good. With dramatic flair, he acts like he's passing out. Then, a moment later, his head rests on my shoulder. I laugh and exchange awkward glances with everyone else.
Or maybe you could get it from me, Delta. I fear I've gotten a bit lightheaded over here.
Uh-oh. Oh, God damn it, Taylor. I have no problem doing a favor for a friend, so I agree. But a temptation rises within me to mess with him before I get up. Looking down, I think of a message. What message I like to send. Yes. I've been around and give it a tight squeeze. The others look a bit sorry, but Taylor sounds incredibly happy.
I'd tell you not to let go, but I really wanted that cola.
Nice.
Ah, yes. The master of romance.
Indeed.
A lifetime of practice.
Oh, God. A few chuckles fill the room as I stand up and walk to the fridge. The cola is easy to find, even amongst the booze-filled appliance. When I make it back to the table, I notice that Dante is holding the rum.
Man, I'm gonna miss this.
What? He sighs as he shakes the bottle, swirling the liquid inside.
Well, we can always buy more. It's cheap stuff.
No, not that. I meant all of this. In general.
What do you mean?
Sitting down with your best friends, getting drunk during the day, downing shot after shot like our bodies aren't starting to hate us. Oh, you mean youth.
What?
Yeah, but at least we made the most of it. Couldn't have asked for a better group of friends.
Aw.
Dude, I feel exactly the same way.
Aw.
I can't even imagine what life would be like without all of you. Just the thought of it is enough to keep me up at night. And it does.
Oh, Isaac.
Oh? Finally confessing your feelings for all of us?
Damn it, Dante.
Dude, no way. It's just, we're so close now. But are we still in touch in any of your visions?
I shrug, since it's probably obvious that I've never had a vision. But the rest of them exchange worried glances with one another. They didn't have to say anything. I know exactly what they're thinking.
Oh. Exactly. I can't get it off my mind.
What?
I think of you all as my family. But in my vision, you're not even an afterthought.
What? By now, Dante has fixed all of us some rum and cola. The mood in the room took a turn for the worse, and I stare at my glass. Not sure how to fit into this conversation. I'm definitely still the odd one out.
Hey, we're together now, and that's what matters. If you're constantly worried about the future, you'll never enjoy the present. We could drift apart, yeah, but no point in just moping around until it happens.
Oh dear. Isaac looks up from his glass with a smile.
Remember what you said about foresight in the group chat? If we know we might stop being friends, then we need to make the most of it. And I don't know about you, but I think tonight is the perfect night for that.
Huh.
You know what? You're right. But why do we have to drift apart?
It just happens, my man. That's how life works, doesn't it?
Who says we can't be friends forever?
Wait, just friends?
Fate, and quite literally.
Well then, screw fate. I won't let anything take you away from me.
I don't know if
No.
we're equipped to fight fate, man. And if well-wishing were a weapon, the world would be much better off. Let's just create some memories that we can revisit whenever we want.
Oh.
Even when we're no longer together.
Isaac's mood only instantly reverses, and he holds up his glass.
Now there's a toast.
We touch our glasses together, then take a large swig.
And shame on you, Taylor. Using my own words against me? Guess it's true what they say, though. Your own advice is always better when it comes from somebody else.
Nice.
We're all creatures of self-doubt, man. Can't escape that. But don't worry, Isaac. I'm not going anywhere.
You better not, Taylor. You're fucking cutie.
I'm not sure if we
Same
can
for you, Isaac.
fight, but I promise to put up one hell of a fight.
That seemed like the perfect end to our discussion. Moving on to more casual topics, we slowly sip our drinks. But this is the first time I've seen the more negative effects of Komorebi. Uh-oh. A group of people realize that they might not be friends forever. There's something so liberating, yet terrifying about that. It almost seemed like a passage into maturity. But here I sat with no vision in my name and no input at all. As our new life kept going, I'd have no idea what the future could bring. And that thought alone was almost as liberating and terrifying as the alternative. Oh boy. Oh dear. That's not good. Oh my god, it's all done. Wait, let's see about these first.
View which journal entry?
4? Oh wait, I already read that one. Whoops.
View which journal entry?
5. Ah, here we go. Well, tomorrow's the big day. We've all got the stuff we need to pregame and everything is set in stone. I've been told to take it easy and relax. I wanted to help with preparation, but this party is for me, as they say. So I should just sit back. I guess I should accept the courtesy while I can. A lot of the offers I've been given lately were just because I'm new here. Like that shit show. I know that once I settle in, I'll be expected to pull my weight a little bit more. Or maybe a lot more. Who knows? But I have a feeling that this expectation will become a reality once the dust from our nightclub outing settles. So I guess I'll enjoy the last little bit of laziness while I still can. Don't we all want to enjoy that in our youth? Don't we all? The visits with my counselor are going well, too. Honestly, everything is going well for me lately. It's so much better than where I came from. I finally feel like I can breathe and live for myself. I think I'm through living for other people. I was so used to helping others that I forgot what it felt like to help myself. A little self-care could go an extremely long way. My counselor did mention the zeros, though. I kind of have a personal policy where I refuse to lie to my counselor, but I don't know what to do. He technically works for Argus, so I'm not sure how he'd react if he knew that I not only solicited with a zero, but gave them some of my food as well. I mean, it seems inherently harmless, but I'm pretty sure it's still against the law. I know counselors say that you can tell them anything, and it's just between you and them. But is that true? Anyway, Isaac wanted to talk to me about something today, since it's our last free day before we get drunk to function. Wait a minute. Engaging side content. Wait a fucking second. I already did that.
Experience culmination fragment. The nightclub outing?
Yes. Let's fucking go. Thank you for choosing Argus. Our future, your way. Fuck no, it isn't. There's no fucking way in hell it isn't. He reads through some papers as I tell him my weekend plans. He wanted to make sure that my social life was thriving in this new setting. It was for now. He seems happy that I have a new group of friends in my life.
Right, of course. The nightclub trip and the, pre-gaming. Well, at least you're being social. Not something I'd recommend making a habit of, though.
Oh?
The pre-gaming, I mean, not the socializing.
Oh.
Having a friend group is healthy and can make all the difference. I'm glad that you're able to get along with Isaac's friends, too. Bringing a new person into a social group can often be complicated. You'll probably notice that you're under a microscope, too. At least for a while. But they should seek your approval just as much as you're seeking theirs.
Huh. After getting caught up, he puts his papers off to the side.
Speaking of that, though, have you been seeking more than friends? It's healthy to date and test the waters, you know.
Woo! I told Isaac!
Makes perfect sense. You did move here for him, after all. And if not for him, then at least to live with him, which is a big gesture. From everything I've been told, it seems like you two get along just fine.
He hasn't kissed me yet, though! He scribbles notes down on a piece of paper that rests beside him. Are you gonna give me deduction points for not kissing? How dare you! I'm tempted to ask him what he's writing down, but I know it's nothing bad. Oh, it is if you say, does not kiss boys. Well, fuck you, I'm a boy kisser, damn it! Give me the boys! Oh, fuck. That backfired. Oh, God. In fact, I'm pretty sure that'll be clear as a patient within a month or so.
Have your friends told you anything about their Komorebi? I mean,
no.
Do you know if any of them are like you? Bonding over a shared trait can always help.
I let them know that I'm definitely the odd one out. They didn't reveal their visions, but I know that they had them. For the time being, I was definitely alone with this struggle.
I guess the odds were incredibly slim. But as far as I'm concerned, it was worth a shot. If you're interested, I could hook you up with some support groups.
Oh? Let them know that I'm not interested in that. Like I've said many times before, my lack of vision doesn't affect me.
Oh, that's exactly why I'd recommend you go to a support group. I think others could benefit from hearing how you think and feel.
What?
Whether you know it or not, you're a pretty remarkable case.
I shrug and ask him if that means he's close to clearing me as a patient.
One step at a time, Delta.
I am one impatient son of a bitch, aren't I?
I can't make a big decision like that.
I
unless
can't.
I'm certain.
What the hell?
Thankfully, your honesty and cooperation are helping.
Did it just sound British? Like, I can't. Ah, nice. Can't help but direct my attention to some colorful papers by his side. They look like pamphlets, so I decided to ask him what they are. My best guess is that he already had some support groups in mind.
Oh, these? A Zero handed them to me on my way to work.
Oh?
I guess part of their protesting involves spreading around propaganda. This first one claims that Argus is responsible for Komorebi.
Really? He picks up the pamphlet and opens it.
It says that they engineered it somehow. Then they swooped in to play the savior and control society. Those who don't experience visions are just strong enough to resist.
With a laugh, he places back down, grabs the other.
Now, this one was actually more interesting. It says that the existence of Komorebi disproves free will. That's clearly not true. I wonder if they actually believe this nonsense.
Huh. He flips through the second pamphlet.
Unfortunately, we've seen people take their own lives due to Komorebi.
Oh. Oh, shit.
This very act proves that, to some degree, we can still control fate. The leading theory is that these visions are more like warnings. You know, a kind of heads up of what could be. Some people even believe that they're glimpses into alternate worlds. Of course, I didn't bring you here to talk about metaphysical nonsense.
Well, it sounds like interesting topics to discuss, dude. I'm intrigued by this conversation as I decided to turn the tables. I asked him where he stands on the subject, what he believes.
Well, I believe that we'll never know the truth of Komorebi. But many visions have come to pass, while many haven't. And as I said before, some people don't live to find out.
Oh, that's morbid.
If I had to commit to an idea, I'd say I agree with the leading theory. They're just possible outcomes. Nothing set in stone or predestined. Argus isn't responsible, and we still have free will at the end of the day. Of course, that's just wishful thinking. We'll never really know. Some visions could just be tricks to send people down a certain path. I think it's more important to handle things on an individual basis. For example, what does your vision, or lack of vision, mean to you? It's best to lead with that, rather than seek out a universal truth. Like I always say, truth can just be a gateway to more fright.
I guess it can. He puts the second pamphlet down.
I hope people don't start believing these silly stories. If those Zeros are really here to cause trouble, I'd avoid them. No sense getting caught up in something like this, you know?
I now choose not to mention Zero I ran into. Besides, something told our session was quickly running out of time. We continued to talk, but all I could think about is the upcoming festivities. Fuck yeah, it is gonna be a night to remember. Dundas. We make our way down the city streets as the booze starts to wear off. It was a long walk to the nightclub, but we didn't feel like driving or using public transit. Because of that, we wobble slightly as we head to our destination, Club Euphoria. What a fucking good name.
I'm surprised your friend didn't help us out with transportation.
What do you mean?
Gives us an open bar, but he didn't send us a limo? Rude.
Oh, don't get greedy. It was a nice gesture. He just wants to get things off to a good start.
True, yeah.
My legs are killing me, so we're off to a great start. Remind me to give him an earful when we get there.
Taylor.
Speaking of which, I still need to yell at Dante.
Why?
What did I do now?
I heard that noise when you connected to our speakers, dude. Was I not clear enough the other day? Don't mess with my mods.
I haven't. Well, not since then. It's just been a while since anyone connected like that.
Huh.
Trust me, Isaac, I made those changes months ago.
Is that supposed to get you off the hook?
Uh-oh.
Just being honest, man.
Oh, dear.
I guess we'll see.
Dante Scotson looks the other way.
You know, I might not drink as much as I thought tonight.
What? Why's that?
It's these new painkillers.
Wait, you're in pain?
Yeah, because you won't get off my back.
Smart ass.
Too much to ask for just one night of fun? You're the one who wanted that, yet you're tearing into me.
Oh. Awkward silence fills the air as they stare at one another. But, just like the usual, they erupt and left only a few moments later.
Fine, fine. I'll try and ease up on you a little bit. If we want to be friends forever, I might just have to.
Oh, God. All of a sudden, I started to think about the conversation we had earlier. In the revisions that they were no longer in touch. No longer a friend group.
You really think we can pull that off? I guess it's worth a shot.
Isaac stops in his tracks and turns to face all of us.
Then we should make a pact.
What?
Like with blood?
No.
No!
Ah, shame. Always wanted to do one of those.
Taylor, what the fuck?
I'd rather not have your blood on my hands, Taylor.
Ooh.
Oh, but I thought we were finally bonding.
Come on, can you please take this seriously for a second? I just want to make sure that we don't all drift apart.
And how do you suggest we do that?
The group chat, probably.
What?
Let's promise to keep using it no matter where we are, even if it's just 1 or 2 messages a week. No pressure, right? Then we really can be friends forever.
Aww.
Right now, you're all important to me. I think about you all the time. But in my vision, like I said, I'm not even aware of your existence.
Weird.
Oh, tragic. Everybody should know who I am. But on a more serious note, I guess I can manage that. Yeah, I don't plan on leaving the group, so I'm down.
Then let's make it official.
Let's kiss! He puts out his hand, palm facing down. One by one, we stack our hands on top of his. I wait until the end since I'm the newest one here.
Friends, until the end.
No. Not you, Seamus. We all say that in unison and look at each other with big smiles. A moment later, we pull back our hands and continue on our way. I had no problem with the agreement, since it seemed pretty low maintenance. It's a little odd, but this pact suddenly made my life feel more grounded. If we really followed through, I'd always have friends to support me. That made this scary new city seem all the more inviting. By the time the night was over, this place would be our home. I decided to bring up something that my counselor told me in our session. There's a theory that Komorebi isn't set in stone. It's just a possibility. A pact like this could very well defy what they believe to be fate.
Ah, yes, the parallel universe thing. If that's true, then I'm screwed no matter what. If you're my best friends, then this is clearly the darkest timeline.
Taylor! Rude!
Hey, don't worry. I thrive in the dark.
Oh, God. Notice that Dante looks a little worried.
Hey, you know your counselor isn't supposed to do that, right? He's supposed to stick to facts and Argus-approved exercises. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's off curriculum, so to speak.
Really?
Yeah, and that could only come from someone who's never had a vision. People like us who live with Komorebi kind of find that laughable. It's something you can't understand, not unless you've lived it.
I asked him for some clarification as I'm a little confused.
Well, I didn't have a speech prepared or anything, but it'd be like hosting a lecture on something you know nothing about. And not only that, but your students are already experts on the subject.
That would be both difficult and embarrassing.
Just think about it this way. It's inescapable even if you escape it. We could defy our vision, sure, but we still have to experience it.
Ugh.
Every day, we face the future as if it were the present.
Oh, dear.
It's indistinguishable from reality, and it's awful. So even if we are friends forever, I'll still lose you all the time. Who cares if it's another world or universe? Feelings are all real.
Oof.
Wow. He nailed it.
Indeed. I guess I never thought of it that way before. Even if you learn the origin of these visions, they still happen every day. They exist alongside that truth, and probably even overpower it.
Though I have to say, we should probably change the subject. This whole thing seems like a recipe for depression. Let's
Oh,
not
God.
sabotage our night out, huh? True. And honestly, thanks for your input, Delta. I know that you were only trying to help out.
I know, I tell him it's fine. It's true, though. It wasn't my place to speak about Komorebi. Building off that lecture metaphor, I should be sitting and listening.
Whoa! Didn't expect such a big lineup.
We round the next corner, and I see the nightclub for the first time. For some reason, it looks exactly how I expected it would. But Isaac was right. The lineup was massive.
I thought you said they canceled the event.
They did. I guess this is just the kind of traffic they get. It is the most popular club in town, after all.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully it's earned that title. Any chance your friend can help with the line?
I think he did, actually. Let me go talk to the person at the door.
Isaac motions for us to wait as he approaches the club. We stand around and exchange glances with one another. Dante still looks worried and inches closer toward me.
You know, I was serious about what I said. Your counselor isn't supposed to talk about that kind of stuff. If you reported him, you might be able to get cleared as a patient.
What? That seems extremely unfair, yeah. I doubt that reporting him would get me cleared. They'd probably just transfer you over to somebody else. I'm already making progress with him, so I can't do that. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not a snitch. Starting all over with another counselor would be super tedious. Dante nods as I speak my thoughts. He seems to understand.
Well, sometimes these things benefit other people.
Yeah, in very fucked up ways, too.
You might be fine, but he's still breaking the rules. That could be harmful. It's not a good thing to fill people's heads with nonsense, especially in therapy.
He has a point, but before we can talk any further, Isaac returns.
Good news! We get to skip the line.
Bad news?
Woo! And all of a sudden, your friend is back in my good books.
The mood of group instantly skyrockets. Waiting in a long line would have honestly killed the flow of our evening. Thankfully, Isaac's friend planned around that fact.
Well then, what kind of drink should we order first?
What's the bad news, Isaac? That question lingers as we make our way inside the nightclub. A few people complained that we're able to skip the line. It's kind of flattering. I have no right to feel this way, but it makes me feel important and special. Oh my god. So there is no bad news. Well, thank God for that. This bad news fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks. Wow. This place looks cool.
Tequila!
Dante quickly downs his shot, signaling me and Taylor to do the same. Isaac scurried up to prepare whatever needed to be prepared. As always, he remained tight-lipped until the very end.
Oh, I'm so ready to pay for this in the morning. I guess we're just gluttons for punishment.
Oh, God. Dante!
How about we grab another round and go sit down? At this rate, it could be hours before Isaac comes back.
God damn it. You're such a smartass, Dante, but I would fucking love... But if I were a buddy with you in real life and I had to hang out with you, I would fucking do so. Taylor, I would fucking flirt the hell out with you and kiss you, damn it.
Sounds good to me. Hey, barkeep! 3 more tequila shots, please. And it should be covered. We're part of Isaac's group.
Partner shrugs and says that they have no idea what they're talking about. There are no reservations or holds in place for somebody by the name of Isaac. There's some stuff happening on the 2nd floor, but not down here.
The 2nd floor? The VIP section?
We turn to face each other a little wide-eyed. Taylor leans in and starts whispering.
That's amazing and all, but who's paying for these? They're already preparing the next round of shots. I'll get it, don't worry.
Uh-oh.
I got a bit of an advance from my publisher. Just don't let them know I wasted it on booze. I'm sure they're used to hearing that, Dante. What is a writer if not an alcoholic in disguise? Maybe save the trash talk until after you're treated. If I just pay for me and Delta, you'll get kicked out.
What?
I was joking. You're the best friend ever, I swear. Sure.
Oh, God. Partner places 3 shot glasses in front of us. In return, Dante waves his phone in front of a scanner. Transaction is complete, and we grab the shots.
Hey, follow me. I know exactly where we can sit.
Oh?
And thanks a million, Dante. I really mean it. Someday I'll find a way to repay you. You could stop making fun of my career, for one. Like I said, someday I'll find a way to repay you.
Like I said. We follow Taylor as we talk and eventually find an empty table. Making sure not to spill the shots, we place them down as we sit.
Speaking of which, is your channel okay, Taylor? Actually, it's pretty great. You seem pretty scared about those shots. Like you couldn't spare the $60. I don't like spending money if I can avoid it.
Oh, God, you're a penny pincher.
And there's no point in spending it if someone else will treat me. That's kind of why I agreed to do this nightclub thing from the start.
Huh.
Makes sense you rely on handouts. Now I know why the donate button takes up your entire page.
Oh, God.
Bigger is better, as they say. It's not just donations, Dante. I have one of the highest sub counts on the platform. Really? I guess I don't watch you too much. I wasn't paying attention when I guessed it either.
Oh.
It's true. Your boy is making history. When I get a book deal, maybe you can help me out. Oh, on that note, how's your latest project going? At a snail's pace, but at least it's moving. I took a couple days off to celebrate Delta's arrival. Especially tomorrow. You know, hangover day.
Oh, God.
Can't enjoy the highs without the lows. But don't worry, I'll make us some mimosas in the morning. Sometimes the best way to cure a hangover is to drink more.
What? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I refuse to believe that.
Same here. I call bullshit.
You're a loss. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's have a little toast to the unknown.
All right.
It's not unknown. It's literally not true.
Taylor shrugs and grabs a shot glass. We down the next round of tequila? It's a little gross. You know what they say about too much of a good thing.
Well, maybe I'll believe you and get a big breakfast instead. My contract doesn't want me drinking too much anyways.
Ah.
Wait, they control what you do? You say that like it's abnormal, man. There's always somebody on top of us that tells us what to do. Though I can think of a few scenarios where that wouldn't be too bad.
Like?
I want you to know that I got your joke. It just wasn't good. I'm no writer, just an entertainer. I kind of do what you do, but with less elegance. Basically, get paid to vocalize my thoughts all day. I'm surprised people pay for that. I didn't pay a thing, and I still want a refund after listening to you.
Oh, for the love of God, Dante, quit it!
Well, there's a market for everything. It doesn't have to be good. I mean, look at how many copies your novels have sold.
Dante laughs and shares a big smile with Taylor.
I honestly have no comeback for that one. You win this round.
Ha
I'll
ha!
get you next time.
Nice.
Looking forward to it. You're always a worthy opponent.
Taylor, I
Thank
want
you.
to
It's taken
fucking
Isaac
take you
so
on
long,
a
by the way.
date.
He hasn't said a thing in the group chat since he left.
Uh-oh.
Well, we know he's upstairs now. He's probably making the VIP section look pretty for us. Guess that gives me time for a much-needed bathroom break. Giving me and Delta some alone time, huh?
Yes!
I'd never torture my friends like that. I just gotta go.
He smirks at me before leaving the table. Awkward silence follows and I look around the club. Something feels different about tonight, and it's not just the alcohol. It feels like I'm actually getting to know these people. My first vibe is clear that they were putting on an act. I don't blame them. First impressions are often important. But the second impression can be even more important in my books. You know, the person you see when the courtesies start to fade. Courtesies? Ugh, that's a big word. Not a bad thing in any way. It means they're getting used to me. Guess the silence is a bad time to gather my thoughts. Ah, here we go.
Interact with each word to. Upon interacting with.
Taylor!
Get your head out of the clouds.
Uh.
We finally get to hang out alone and you zone out. If I didn't know any better, I'd take it as an insult.
Wait, what? I shake my hand and apologize. In retrospect, it was kind of rude.
You mean a lot to Isaac. He's made that very clear. And from what I've experienced, you do seem pretty awesome. Well, since he's taking his sweet time, how about we chat for a bit?
That's true. We did have more than enough time to chat. Isaac is being slow, and I saw the bathroom lineup awaiting Dante. I leaned back in my chair and tried to make myself more comfortable. It seemed like I'd be sitting here for a while longer yet.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment. Taylor 1.
Yes!
Hold on. Just let me move over there. There we go. Much better.
I turned to face Taylor, immediately making things more personal. I don't mind! This is the first time we've ever been alone. Buzz in an obnoxiously loud club. What a perfect time to get to know each other. And kiss! Awkward smile between the two of us marks the start of our conversation. I was warned about his drunken behavior, so I kind of know what to expect.
You know, I'm pretty proud of that sass-off I had with Dante. Usually he can pin me down, but I'm getting better on my feet. A quick wit can beat a sharp mind any day of the week. But a few shots of booze can easily bring that wit to a full stop.
Oh, jeez.
Considering that, I think I handled myself pretty well. Maybe one of these days you and I can go head-to-head.
Us? I like the sound of that!
Really? That's the best you've got? I'm not opposed to it, but you gotta work on your game. The ice is already broken, Delta. Swim a little deeper.
Oh? Makes me smile again, but it's much less awkward. That's probably for the best, since I assume we'll become close friends. More than friends, hopefully. This group seems super tight-knit. Getting close to one meant getting close to all.
You know, before you came along, I was the newest member of the group.
Oh?
It's been that way for a couple years. But now we have some new blood. I get to look at you through the same lens they used to judge me.
Ayo?
But don't worry, I like what I see. So,
Ooh.
do you move around a lot? Or will you be here long term?
Plan to be here long term.
Ah, good to know. You seem nice. The
Aww.
reason I ask is because I used to move around all the time. From one place to another, the system always kept me mobile.
He fills with the shot glass in front of him.
So, this whole fresh start thing, I know what it's like. I'd brag about having more practice, but that's not really a good thing. Moving around made it really hard to keep a stable group of friends.
Oh.
When I got my first phone, though, everything changed. Making friends and keeping in touch when I move away, priceless. I guess I also made some pretty good jokes. Got a lot of followers.
Lucky.
So, when I decided to start streaming, I already had an audience. The transition from hobbyist to full-time job happened almost overnight.
Huh.
I bought a house here, settled down, and then met the rest of the group. And now, I'm sitting here with you. That's the story of Taylor. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not one to really open up like this. But when you talk to strangers all day, you kind of need to hold back. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love my viewers more than anything. And yeah, there's a lot of regulars, but it all feels so surface level, you know? I'll never bond with them like I did with Isaac and Dante. Guess I'm just one of those quality over quantity guys.
Oh.
Kind of ironic that I chose a field where numbers mean everything then.
Oh dear.
Can't complain too much though. I guess I do have the best of both worlds.
It's odd to see someone so successful have gripes with their life. But I guess nothing can be positive all the time. Even stardom could have its drawbacks.
I'm glad we got to have some time to ourselves, Delta. Even if it felt like I did most of the talking, I think I needed that. I talk to people all the time, but it's rarely about anything real. How about you join me at my place next week? We can have a blast tonight and pick this up next time. Maybe I'll even let you guest on my stream. If you're nice.
Oh, I'll be extra nice. Yes, please.
Oh, and we'll have a lot more privacy there. Feel free to take that one however you will.
Oh, I will, buddy boy. He smirks me and I give him a quick nod. There's no reason why that shouldn't work, so I agree. Crowded nightclub isn't the best place to form a bond. Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for, actually. Oh, but right now I have no interest in extending my reach beyond this group. Oh, okay. Even though I've known Isaac for years, I'm getting to know him all over again. That's a good thing, though. It was an adventure that I was happy to embark on. You fucking adorable cutie. Getting to know these people and their quirks can only happen once. One day, I definitely look back on this and wish I could relive it all.
You really are the master of daydreaming, huh?
Yes.
Well, I guess all of this could be pretty overwhelming. New city, new friends, new everything, really.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree.
I'll try not to add to the pile, so don't worry. Well, except for tonight, I can't make that promise. This club is a new experience for all of us, not just you.
Oh, really? I noticed Dante returned from the bathroom in the corner of my eye. Taylor must see that I'm distracted and he turns to look.
Hey, it's about time. Delta was almost boring me to death.
No, I wasn't, you fucking liar.
Whoa, he's insulting you. Just so you know, that means he has a crush.
I do too. Sits down and plays with the empty shot glass in front of him.
Sorry it took so long, by the way. Some guy tried to sell me drugs.
What? What the fuck?
Ooh, did you buy enough for all of us?
Taylor! Bad.
Dude, drugs are bad.
Yes, Dante, I agree with you. Drugs are fucking bad. Taylor, you little shit. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. You little silly bunny boy. Fucking love you.
Oh, all right. And how many energy drinks have you had today? 2.
Two.
Oh, yes. There's the double standard. Can't say I didn't warn you about that contest, man. It's just a ploy to create new addicts, nothing more.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I heard you the first 1,000 times.
I'd be worried that they're fighting, but I know better than that by now. This is just how they get along. If they hated each other, they wouldn't talk at all. It's about to continue, but Isaac startles all of us with unexpected return.
Hey, looks like everything is good to go. Come with me. We're going somewhere special.
Oh my God, that took fucking forever.
You mean the VIP section?
Aw, what? How'd you know?
The bartender down here gave it away. Said the only thing going on tonight was upstairs.
Buzzkill.
You're the only buzzkill here, man. Keeping us in the dark until the last possible second?
Yeah, Isaac. What do you gotta say for yourself?
All right, fine. Let's just go and have some fun.
That's all you ever had to say, Isaac. Maybe start with that one next time.
We all get up and start to follow Isaac. At least the time was finally upon us. No more teasing or secrecy. I'm not sure what he wanted to hide, but it kind of backfired on him. Oh, God. If he wanted to hype something up for my benefit, he didn't need to. I would have been fine with no outing at all and just staying home. But at least if this went well, I'd make another new friend. Isaac is a good judge of character, so I bet we'll meet someone cool. Oh no, we'll meet someone who's total ass. At least everyone he's introduced to me so far has been pretty awesome. With slight anxiety, we ascend the stairs to a floor reserved just for us. I have to admit, that does make me feel a little special. Oh god, I'm getting fucking nervous too about this. Holy shit. Oh my god. I was wondering. We ascend the stairs and my anticipation rises alongside me. I've never been treated to something like this before, so I'm grateful. I only hope that I'm able to express that properly to our new friend. Who is it? A friend of Isaac's is a friend of mine, at least in theory. Any addition to a group dynamic has the chance of going sour. However, I decided to be optimistic in the face of what could go wrong.
Well, I'm sorry for the secrecy, but here we are.
Spill the beans!
I didn't want to reveal what was happening until the last minute. Sometimes a surprise is necessary. Just felt like one of those days.
Oh, God.
Dude, we just talked about how the surprise was ruined. I mean, it's not really a surprise if everyone knows but us. Even our part-time bartender was in on this thing.
Nice.
Yeah, but I value the look on your face more than theirs. That's why I kept it a secret from you and not the staff. Good or bad, a surprise is still a new experience, right?
That's the logic you're using to save face?
He probably is. Yes.
Don't even get me started on how bad that is. Just admit the fact you handled this wrong right from the start.
Oh, God. Dante!
Hey, don't speak too soon. Look, I promise you'll understand why I've been acting so weird. There were a bunch of other people involved, and a lot of strings attached.
Oh?
Strings? A bunch of other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one who wanted to keep things secret. I was only playing by the rules that made everyone comfortable. Also, I was legally bound. There were forms involved.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, because the law always keeps you in line.
Is this about my mods again?
Oh, my God.
They're legal. I'm being honest for once. Just trust me. Please.
Said every liar ever.
Oh, God.
Bro,
Taylor!
when the police come knocking, you can rub it in my face. But right now, the ball is in my court, and I plan to serve.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a sportsman all of a sudden. You're acting so weird, like you're trying to be cool. Do not continue this. And suddenly, it all falls into place. He just wants to impress his new boyfriend.
His new what?
Another man pokes his head out, having been knelt behind the bar.
Sorry, I was just organizing these bottles. Didn't expect the selection to be so artistic. Wine is the one that gets better with age, right?
You could ask Isaac that one. He's pretty old.
Huh. Guess that's why he's finer than you.
Oh! Damn!
Are you sassy?
Oh! Damn, dude!
I came prepared.
I like you. We all laugh and move closer to the bar. Isaac's friend looks familiar, but I can't put a finger on it. Where have I seen you before? Weren't you in Neon Genesis Evangelion, Shinji? Probably. Rather than dwell on that, I simply thank him for his generosity.
No problem. I was actually supposed to do a signing up here. I'm guessing Isaac told you about the event that was canceled? Thankfully, we still had the venue booked, so I made use of it.
Huh?
Signing?
Yeah, he has a following.
Oh my. Suddenly we hear a high-pitched scream from behind us. It was obviously Taylor, but when we turn around, he acts oblivious. He seemed to let us a deep breath to place his hands together.
I am composed.
He's a bad boy.
That's a new noise. Please never make it again.
Taylor ignores the bait and steps closer to the bar.
Sorry, I didn't really recognize you. I'm Taylor, and apparently I'm also an idiot.
Nah, don't worry. You're not an idiot. You'd be surprised how accurate those old comic books can be. Put on some glasses, change your hair, and nobody can recognize you.
Oh.
Can't hide that voice, though. We were just listening to you before we walked over here. I guess the whole surprise thing makes a lot more sense now.
Ew.
Wait. I know you.
Dante's eyes open wide as he approaches sudden realization.
And I know you too. Can you sign some stuff for me?
Well, I have some spare copies of my books back at home.
Bold of you to assume I didn't bring my own. I've been a fan since day one. Even have a first edition copy of Forlorn.
Oh.
And Taylor, I love your streams. Great company for those long trips.
I'm able to piece together evidence. That's Clace! We were listening to his music just a few hours ago while we pre-gamed. I knew enough to know that he was a person of note in the music industry.
Wow, didn't know we had any idols lurking in chat.
Oh yeah, totally. I tell a lot of people about your channel too. You should let me join you as a guest while I'm in town.
Sure. How long are you in for?
5 years!
A couple months, probably.
Damn it!
Unless something comes up. I'll be easy to find though. Isaac is gonna add me to the group chat.
Sounds good to me.
What?
So, what are the plans for tonight?
That was certainly interesting. They've arranged a collab. I've seen crossovers like this, and they always end up in the news. A streamer and an idol playing games together? Everyone loved to see it. Not really familiar with the content that any of those people make, though. Dante's novels, Taylor's streams, and Clace's music? Never experienced them. But I knew that was going to change, and at this rate, it'll be changing fast.
Figured we'd each grab a bottle and just hang out. Trust me, the couches up here are super comfortable. Oh, and Isaac, you still on for Sunday?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What's happening on Sunday?
Yeah, what is happening on Sunday? Tell us.
He's moving in with us.
What?
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 Surprise!
Now I know why you kept all of this a secret. Can't have any objections if nobody knows anything.
Yeah.
It's not like that. Okay, maybe it's kind of like that, but you should see the look on your face.
Nice.
Worth it?
Worth it.
Totally. So, what do you want to drink? I think I'll grab a bottle of fancy wine.
Oh my god.
Same. We've already had everything else. And it looks like those bottles are pretty expensive. Let's not drink too much, though. Don't want to run his tab through the roof.
Oh, feel free. It's all bought out, so don't let it go to waste. You can even grab a few to take home if you want.
Taylor steps forward and places his hands on Clace's shoulders.
You are my best friend.
Clay chuckles and grabs the bottle of wine he was holding earlier.
Let's take a seat and see if we can make that mutual, alright?
Oh my god. That might be the thumbnail for the video. That might be the fucking thumbnail. Fucking Taylor, I love you so goddamn much. Swear to fucking god. Clace holds a deck of cards, but not the kind you'd expect. It's a card game made for night of drinking with peculiar questions. Is it Cards Against Humanity? That's a drinking game. It's fucking fun. Nothing held back. Talk about going off the deep end for a first impression.
Looks like this one's for Taylor. At least, I think it suits him the best.
Yeah? What is it?
Let's see here. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Oh, easy. You mean today or... Stalling rule. Objection sustained. You can't answer a question with another question. That defeats the entire purpose of the game, Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Why did we make you the judge again? Just be thankful you didn't make me the executioner, man.
Woo!
Either way, stalling rule dictates that we get to ask another question.
Uh-oh.
And not only that, but it doesn't have to be from a card. We can make it up.
Oh, God.
And if I refuse to answer? Shot. Oh, what a terrible punishment. Not like I've been doing that all day anyway. Can I just take 2 shots and avoid this altogether?
Taylor, you little shit.
No. Objection sustained. Let's take it from the top. What's the pettiest thing you've ever done?
Taylor places his head on his hands, into his hands and sighs.
You're all really out here trying to ruin me. Just promise you won't repeat this. It's embarrassing.
What is it?
Remember, sworn to secrecy.
All right.
Tell us.
All right. I was dating this guy. He was cool, I guess. We'd hang out and watch TV shows all day. It got to the point where I enjoyed the TV shows more than him.
Oh.
And you know my motto, don't spend money if you don't have to. I ended up dating him for a year before actually calling it off. Gave me time to watch what I wanted. No subscriptions.
What? Taylor!
That's foul, man.
That's fucked up.
Hey now, we all do stupid things when we're young.
Got a point, Isaac.
Young? This was just last month. But come on, you saw the new season of Insomnia Cafe. Don't tell me you wouldn't do the same. It was so good.
Taylor!
A man-child. We're in the company of a literal man-child.
Dante, stop it.
Your answers would be any better. I have dirt on all of you. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, you've made a big mistake now. Trash talking when we get to ask whatever we want.
Oh, boy.
In that case, I'm gonna go with Delta. I know you wouldn't put me on the spot too bad. And my liver hurts, so I'd prefer a question I can answer.
Can
What?
you do that?
Yeah, reversal rule. Either elect someone or we spin a bottle. Gives him a chance to minimize his embarrassment. Delta?
Don't minimize anything. Throw him under the bus just like he does to us. We'll finally give him a taste of his own
No! Everybody looks mad. I guess I have to decide on what we asked Taylor. Bunch of coincidences flood the forefront of my mind, and I focus. Thankfully, I've been gathering my thoughts. I'm ready for this. Let's see. What are the last 10 pages in your browser history?
No, absolutely not. At least let a man die with some dignity.
He shakes his head and takes a shot that rests in front of him. They were lined up like ammo, bullets we endured for hiding the truth. I had a feeling that would fluster him. It could do the same to almost anybody.
Look at that, you stumped him. Honestly, I don't know what I like more. Watching him take shots or watching him get all flustered.
I want to see him get flustered.
From where I stand, they're both pretty entertaining. But I imagine you'd like to learn more about us, right? Let's try to minimize the shots from here on out.
Okay. We all exchange glances, unsure of what happens next. The double question really threw a wrench in the momentum. Before continuing, Clay's coughs to get all of our attention.
I went last, so that means Delta's next. But no more freedom. Gotta stick to what's in your hand. And Taylor isn't allowed to be questioned until after his next turn.
Okay. I now look down at the cards in my hand. Doesn't seem like one would fit a specific person. Clay's targeted Taylor, so I'll try the same with my next move. Let's see. Isaac.
Huh. What an odd question.
Yeah, with me around, your life is already a sitcom.
Oh, God.
More like a circus.
Oh, God, Dante.
I mean, I'm not sure which one of us is the funniest. Sure, we're all funny, but that's usually when we're in a group. I kind of figured that it was either all of us or none of us.
Oh, Isaac.
You don't see many characters go off on their own in sitcoms either. They usually always have at least one other friend beside them. I think that's us. We bring out the best in each other, you know?
I agree.
Well, didn't expect such a heartfelt answer. You all want to dance in a fountain after this?
Naked? Dance naked? Taylor?
Sounds fun, but I'm gonna have to punish Isaac.
Why?
Wait, what did I do?
Dodging rule. The question wanted you to name one person. I appreciate the sentiment, but that's still cheating.
Uh-oh.
Aw, no fair.
Haha.
Hold up. What's the punishment?
He dodged the question, so we dodge his next turn. His next turn asking us, I mean. We still get to embarrass him.
Uh-oh.
Fair enough. But we all know that was a technicality. I gave you a perfectly valid answer.
Uh-huh.
Objection overruled. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Looks like Taylor is next. That means your immunity is worn off, too.
Oh, sweet. It's time to get my revenge.
Oh, shit.
Bring it on, dude. I'm sure I'll never recover.
Taylor inspects his card and then whines audibly.
Not fair. All of these are so wholesome. Can I just swap cards with somebody else?
Nope.
No. It won't kill you to be wholesome for once.
Come on, Taylor.
It really might.
Hey, make your move before I call the stalling rule.
Fine. Let's see here. Tell us about an embarrassing fact or experience. At least this one has potential to be juicy.
Oh, God.
That one seems like revenge to me, man. Clace, no need to answer if you don't want to.
Oh, it's fine. I just don't know my answer yet. I'm no stranger to scandals, so this casts a pretty wide net.
Oh, God.
Go ahead. Take your time.
But not too much. Remember, the rules apply to you too.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you don't want help with this one? I know you had some pictures and videos leaked.
Oh, my. The scandal.
Taylor!
Oh, yeah, but I killed it in those. Not embarrassing at all.
You want me to start a timer?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no need. Just let me figure out how to word it.
He strikes a thinking pose before starting to speak.
Well, I guess this one is just an embarrassing fact about myself. But I'm pretty sure I owe my entire career to a fluke.
Oh?
Wait, really?
Yeah. Well, it goes a bit deeper than that. I had my first vision when I was about to turn 13. You know, just like we all did. No real difference.
I decided not to say anything. The odds of meeting someone without a vision are so low, I can't blame them. There's no real reason to assume that someone at a table of 5 didn't experience Komorebi.
But in my vision, I'm older, with a lot more experience. I had a lot of albums out and a lot of songs to pick from.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, totally. I got started by stealing songs from my future self. I mean, I guess it's not really stealing since I still wrote them. But I entered the school's talent show that year with an arsenal. I got scouted right away, and I've been working ever since.
Wow.
They made you do all that since you were 13?
Well, they adjusted my courses to incorporate singing and dancing. I wasn't doing more work. The work was just tailored a bit better.
Huh.
Interesting. I figured you went off to an idol academy or something.
That's actually cool.
I did, but that came a little later. And you're all milking 10 questions out of 1 here. Maybe you should be sticking to the rules you were enforcing.
Oh?
Fair enough. It's just an interesting story.
It is, yes. I want to know more.
But a bit embarrassing, so I just keep it to myself. If I told everybody, then the bad press would start flowing. I'd hate to feel like I have to defend myself all the time.
Oh, didn't think of it like that.
Oof. He stops to think like he's choosing his next words carefully.
If standing up for yourself was bad press, my reputation would be ruined. Don't let people walk all over you. Others will see the prints and follow suit.
Dante leans forward a little shocked.
Taylor gave good advice? This really is a special day.
Nice. We all laugh as the game continues. I had my doubts at first, but Dante was actually right. This night is proving to be just as special as it will be memorable. Nice! That is fucking good! Now fucking tea! Damn it! We need to fucking let me some more soon! I lay on one of the couches and stare up at the ceiling. Dante and Taylor do the same, while Clace and Isaac lie on the Isaac lag on the floor. Oh, God. It was based on spoken, but we all decided to take a quick breather.
Hey, how'd you two meet anyway? This must have taken a lot of coordination.
Not really.
Yeah, we met on Taylor's stream. Nothing crazy. He mentioned he was taking a break from work, so I invited him over.
Seriously? I keep a pretty good eye on who's watching my stream. Even if they don't chat, I can still check out the user list. Can't say I ever noticed your name pop up there.
Oh.
I don't use that name on
Uh-oh.
or my legal name. The agency gave me a spare account so I could be anonymous. Isaac didn't even know who I really was until around a week ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's basically
nice.
a burner account that influential people get. If he went around posting as himself, he'd never have peace of mind. The account basically vanishes if his identity is compromised.
Oh,
Sounds like
dear.
a spy novel. Is
Nice.
that even fair? A license to do whatever you want online?
Well, I'm still subject to changes in my score, so it's not like I use it for evil or anything. It's just an extra layer of security.
I think that's pretty cool. Good to know they care about your safety.
I like that.
Yeah, totally. They pitched it as a digital security guard. Keeps people at arm's length, but it's not always good. Because then I have to deceive people like Isaac. I was worried he'd hate me when I told him the truth. Any way you look at it, I lied to him for ages.
Huh. Oh, dear.
But it's not like he wanted to. He didn't have any ulterior motives either.
True, but I still
Oh,
feel
dear.
a little guilty. So buying out the bar was more like a peace offering. I'd like to get things off to a good start. No secrets between friends.
No place for those here. Yeah, not if we plan to be friends forever.
Just friends.
Forever?
Well, with you, Dante, yes. Taylor and Isaac, no. They're gonna be my boyfriends.
Until death, in Isaac's words. We were getting a bit sappy earlier.
Maybe Clace. I don't know.
Death? Sappy?
Yeah, we're a quirky bunch. And I don't plan on dying anytime soon. So I hope you're good with being friends for a long while.
Yeah, of course.
Yay. Clace laughs, but I can tell that he's a little weirded out.
You know, I don't feel like I'm an outsider anymore. That card game really helped me get to know all of you. Before you came upstairs, I was worried you'd hate me.
Why?
Nah, Isaac is a pretty good judge of character.
No way would I hate you. You're already fucking making a good impression on me
He
anyway.
was just being shady about everything until the last minute.
Indeed, Isaac was.
Yeah, I'll take responsibility for that one. I hope you can understand why we needed some privacy.
He looks aside like he's a little shy about what he'll say next.
I'd also like to request that you offer me more during my stay.
What do you mean?
Of course. So, just to get things straight, you're on a small hiatus from your music career.
Yeah, just wrapped up my tour, so it seemed fitting. And I don't need to start a new album for a while yet. Combine both of those facts, and boom, freedom.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna make the most of it, too. Don't want you looking back on this with any regrets.
Please don't.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Isaac. For everything.
Aw, while they talk, I get off the couch and slowly walk away. I let them know that I'm just taking a quick breather. It's been a wild night. As I continue to walk, I hear their laughs slowly dissipate, replaced by music. I look off the railing and down to the first floor. Everyone seems to be having the time of their life tonight. Makes me wonder if any of them knew what was going on up here. Chaos would probably ensue if they knew that Clace was mere feet away. Oh, I don't know much about him, but I know that he could easily draw a crowd. That's probably the most important quality for someone in his line of work. It's true. It's very true.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment. Clace 1.
Yes! I stand in front of the railing watching the activity on the dance floor. It hasn't been too long since I arrived, but I started feeling a sense of home. There's just something about this place and these people. I feel at ease. Oh. Ew, that looks a bit weird. I've even been able to establish a rapport with people I've never met. It's like the weight that hindered me back at home was completely eliminated. Nice! This could be a honeymoon period, of course, but I'm going to enjoy every second of it. Clay supports me, startling me out of my reverie.
Hey, how are you holding up? This is the first time I've seen you away from the rest of the group. We're all having a blast, you know. I hope you feel the same way.
Well, a lot better now that I'm alone with you.
What? Are you flirting with me? That's never really been one of my strong suits, Delta. But I do think you're cool. That's why I decided to come check on you.
Aww. He gives a soft smile before taking another sip of his drink. I thank him for coming over to check on me, and I expect him to leave. Much to my surprise, however, he stays beside me, enjoying my company. We watch the dance floor together, and I'm a little flattered. Someone of his status choosing to spend time with me? As that thought consumes my mind, I can't help but ask him.
Status? And what status do you mean exactly? People say that all the time, but they have no idea what this industry is like. I can guarantee that you'd outrank me tenfold if we compared our scores.
Oh?
People like me, artists I mean, are known for having awful scores. Art has always been about challenging the status quo, at least to me. The system hates that, and every new song is a nosedive for my score.
Ow! Tell him that I'm not talking about the system. I'm talking about his fame and fortune as a pop star. However, I'm a bit surprised that his score is low.
Oh, jeez. Now I'm embarrassed for going off on a tangent. Whenever somebody mentions status, I always think about the system. We're just numbers in a computer. Fame and fortune will always come second to that.
Oh, poor guy. He takes another sip of his drink.
It goes against my values to treat one group of people better than another, too. So this status that you're talking about is from the outside looking in. When I watch you and your friends, I'm actually pretty jealous.
Oh? He was envious of us? I asked him to elaborate.
At this point, I think the alcohol is elaborating, not me. But everybody dancing down there, I bet they wish they could be up here. They'd probably even abandon their friends and family for a life of luxury.
Ooh, that's not good.
And by the time they regret it, it'd already be too late. Once you get into a world like this, there's no getting out. You're just there, watching them, and wanting to go back. You know,
Ooh,
I
God.
could tell that you and your friends were worried. It was clear. You didn't really know if you'd fit in with me or not, but honestly, I was terrified that I wouldn't fit in with you.
Huh.
I said I wanted to have a good time, and now I'm bringing you down. Let's make a deal, alright? Drop the whole status thing between us. It's not something I can ask of them, but I know I can ask it of you.
Okay, sure. He motions down toward the dance floor and I understand what he means. Especially now that people are starting to recognize his face. They look up from the dance floor taking pictures of us.
Just like they want to be up here, I want to be down there. That velvet rope keeps me in just as much as it keeps them out. For my safety, they always say. Like I can't take care of myself. But I hope that you and your friends can change that. I don't have to be up here alone anymore. I can be with all of you. Hold on. Let me get this over with. It's rude to keep an audience hanging.
He leans over the railing bit, blowing a kiss to the crowd. With a smile and a little pose for the photos, it seems like his work is done. They cheer, but it's peculiar, like his personality changed just for the crowd.
Well then,
What the fuck?
let's get away from all those prying eyes. If I'm not mistaken, you owe me a few facts about yourself.
Okay. I now follow him back to the core area of the VIP deck. We sit down across from each other and he leans back, stretching. Dante, Taylor, and Isaac are still hanging out. Their distance provides us with privacy. He rests his empty glass on the table between us and then stares at me. I can tell he's trying to get a read on me, like he can just tell from sight. With a quick shrug, I rest back in my chair and wait for him to speak.
There's something different about you. Maybe it's because we're both fish out of water here. Lost and clueless, but lost and clueless together, right?
Another smile, I give him one in return. Bonding over a shared struggle makes sense to me. It's not easy moving to a place you know almost nothing about.
So, why did you move exactly? I know your friends are here, and Isaac offered you a room, but yeah. Running away from something? Looking for something new?
I tell him that it's a mix of both, honestly. At home, I felt held back. I needed a big change and more freedom. Also, I don't know what I want in life, so I guess it's just an excuse to find myself.
Find yourself? I've been there. And it's not really what you'd think. Sometimes, finding yourself just means realizing how lost you really are. In the face of something like that, blissful ignorance almost seems preferable.
It might just be the alcohol, but that sounded rather profound. Clace immediately leans forward, giggling at what he said.
I am so putting that in my next song. Look, we just met and you're already inspiring me.
Yay!
Let's have another drink, alright? I like where this is going.
Yay. He quickly scurries to the bar and prepares 2 glasses of wine. Carefully walking back, he tries his best not to spill anything. Sitting down with a smile, he places drinks on the table.
Thanks for opening up to me, by the way. It's enough to know your reasoning. I shouldn't pry for specifics. If I keep making you talk about your past, you'll never move on from it. So, let's have a drink to the future, alright? And not the Komorebi, but the future we make for ourselves. No need to base our lives on all of that metaphysical nonsense.
Yeah! Hell yeah! I raise my glass and we drink in sync with one another. However, when we put the glasses down, I have to come clean. This is when I let him know that I've never experienced Komorebi.
Oh, really? Well, even better. From what I've seen, people like you live happier lives. I've never understood all that counselor nonsense.
Nani? Totally agree and thank you for his point of view. If anything, it seems like the remnants of a dead system. People our age have long since come to terms with Komorebi. But while we're on the subject, I had to ask him. What did he see in its vision? Did he see his fame and fortune? I know he had songs in his head, but what else did he glean? He immediately looks taken aback and his ears perk up. He looks worried and blushes softly as he adjusts his scarf. Such a mixed reaction. I can't tell if it's something bad or not.
That's a third date kind of conversation, you know?
Oh,
but I doubt
gotcha.
this is the last time we'll be hanging out together. Just put that one on the back burner. At least for now. Please? Smooth. But actually, I'm not really allowed to date. They say a single guy gets more attention from the fans.
Uh-oh.
I know they're really after money, but I can't exactly fight the label.
Oh. Wait, the industry controls his personal life? That doesn't sound good. That's fucked. Although it does explain why his social skills are rough around the edges. If this really is his first group of friends, then I'm glad to be part of it.
Although...
He smirks.
I keep forgetting that I'm not bound by their rules during this hiatus. Like, I know I am, but it hasn't really registered in my head yet. They gave me this little break in order to seal a deal in the making.
A deal?
Yeah. After this break, I owe them 5 albums over 10 years.
Oh my.
My last contract ran its course, so I actually had ground to negotiate. I'm giving them so much of my life. I guess I just wanted some of it back in return.
Huh. There's something about all of us that seems so depressing. He's able to say it with a smile over it like it's normal to him.
But I know that during this break, I'll make bonds that last a lifetime. The next 10 years will be nothing if I have all of you by my side. I was worried, but now I have some much-needed backup.
Oh my god, you are definitely precious. We both smile at each other and he blushes once more. Couldn't put a finger on it, but that seemed like the perfect end to our talk. Both standing up at the same time, it was almost like that feeling was mutual. Seems as if we're both in sync. Like he said before, fish out of water. Holding out his glass, he simply retreats to the earlier saying.
Remember, lost and clueless.
But lost and clueless together, Clace. I tap the glass against his. The quick smile returns to the rest of the group. Everyone seems to be getting along as I head back to the group. Clay slowly sips on his glass of wine and everybody mingles with each other. That breather definitely helped. I can't party as hard as everyone else, it seems.
Welcome back. Was starting to worry you'd ditch us. Not everybody can handle a night like this.
Oh, God.
No hard feelings if that's the case, of course. Oh, there'd definitely be hard feelings. Isaac planned this night just for you. remember?
Pressure.
That's not even true. He planned the night around Clace, too.
Makes me feel a little inadequate. I never got a party like this when I joined the group.
Yeah, I save it for the people who are worth it.
Mean.
Mean.
You and I are in sync, Taylor. That's what I was thinking too.
Justified, actually.
Clay finishes his glass of wine and places it down, emitting a loud noise. This gets all of our attention, and the bickering quickly stops.
What do you think we should do next? There's still a few hours before last call.
Ah, good question.
Should we spin the bottle and kiss? We all exchange glances, unsure of what to do. No one mentions anything, so Clay changes the subject.
I may have blown my cover a little earlier, by the way. We should probably sneak out the back entrance when we leave.
Okay.
That's fine with me. I warned everybody that we might attract some attention. What should we do if everyone starts crowding you?
I don't think it'll be an issue, but just stay by my side. I can keep you safe if anything escalates.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I figured we'd be the ones protecting you.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
The crowd would eat you alive. I'm used to this, so if it comes down to it, just follow my lead. It doesn't happen too often, though. Not with the new point penalties.
The new what? No?
What?
Yeah, public scene, big uproar, obstructing paths. If they notice us, they'll probably just watch from a distance. Pestering a public figure can net you like 10 different penalties.
Oh dear.
Really? And that's been set in stone. That's not just one of the glitches happening lately.
Convenient excuse, don't you think? Crack down harder and blame it on a glitch?
Oh, is it tinfoil hat time? Trust me, I've heard every possible theory about Argus. The world was dealt a bad hand and they just wanted to help. That's all.
You should hear what some of the people say to me at work. They have no problem trash-talking the company they're giving money to.
Well, I mean, we're not just giving them money. We're giving them the freedom to control our lives.
Wow.
I know it's for the greater good, but it's still strict.
Way too damn strict to me. I don't fucking like that at all.
You can still do whatever you want, though. You're not tied down. At the end of the day, you're still in control of your score.
Yeah, but there's a lot of incentive to be an obedient drone. A bad score can literally destroy your life and your social status.
Oof.
Well, not always.
What do you mean?
My score is pretty awful, especially with all the partying I do on tour.
Oh
That
dear.
is so not fair. Tank your score and they still let you buy out a bar? If any normal person tried that, they'd just be laughed away.
So the scores aren't as absolute as we think. I mean, as far as theories go, that's pretty common.
But you can't say that's part of Argus's game. Notable people have always been given special treatment. It's not like that's a new addition to our society. Nothing changed.
Shouldn't it, though? That's a bit too deep for me. No sense wasting time on something you can't change. It's just wishful thinking. Like trying to defy your vision.
That doesn't mean you should just sit back and give up. As long as you believe in your cause, a losing battle can still be worth fighting.
You guys flip-flop way too much on whether or not you believe your visions.
Us and the rest of the world, Isaac. We weren't all given a bright one like you were.
Everybody looks shocked and exchanges glances. I know alcohol was at play, but Dante just made a big mistake. Revealing facts about another person's vision? Really bad move. What do you mean? I didn't have vision, but I knew they were super intimate. Sharing your vision with someone else was an expression of trust. To have them speak about it to others, it was a bit of a betrayal.
You may think it's bright from what I told you, but unless you're all there beside me, it'll feel hollow. When things get tough, the hope that I can change it keeps me going.
Dante shakes his head upon realizing a mistake.
I'm sorry, Isaac. I didn't mean to speak for you.
It's fine. I'm among friends. I would trust all of you with this stuff. Just not now.
Oh.
That's fair.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, let's go back to Taylor. You've heard every theory. What are some of the worst?
Aliens?
My God.
Excuse me, people actually believe that?
Oh, totally. I see it everywhere. Whenever something weird happens, people on the internet will say aliens. And I do have to admit, Komorebi is pretty high up there on the weird scale.
Yeah, but aliens?
That sounds fucking ridiculous.
Hey, I never said I believed it. I think the deterrent theory is way better.
The what?
The what?
Oh, I know about that one actually. Right before the first visions, world tensions were high. Everyone thought we were moments away from all-out war. Then, all of a sudden, Komorebi steps in. We don't care about fighting each other anymore. We have a new common enemy, the future.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's not something you can take, like a nation, and it's not something you can force, like an ideal.
It brought about peace. Whether random or created, that's still the case.
That's so strange.
I don't think I can buy the theory that someone created Komorebi. It would be impossible to manufacture something like that, right?
Huh.
I don't know about that one. There's always a scientist that tries to play God, you know? Like I said, I'm more inclined to believe that theory. Doesn't mean I believe it.
It's an interesting theory, though. Oh my god. Hold on. This just reminded me of something. Holy shit. Gotta think. Alright, so we all know Mass Effect 3, right? Big game, and just the ending was a bit fucked. Well, for me, I got the red ending at first, but then I got sad about it. So then I went to blue, and I preferred that ending because Paragon Path and all. But anyway, this kind of theory reminds me of the indoctrination theory, which I think is not true anymore or something. It's a very interesting theory where in the ending, it's all basically trying to resist indoctrination because that's what Shepard is experiencing. It's trying to resist. So that's basically what's going on. It's all in his head. And basically, the theory goes like for that stuff with the endings too. Like the blue and green endings are just basically accepting the indoctrination. So basically, that's how it goes. The red ending is where you resist the indoctrination and win. Basically, that's why Shepard's body is at the end of that ending, taking a breath, and that's just basically how I see it too. It's a really cool theory, and makes you think, but I think it's been disproven. But still interesting theory to look into. It makes for a good, entertaining read and all. Like, seriously, look it up. I promise you, it is a good theory to look over.
That's fair. I did hear about some crazy experiments in Switzerland.
Switzerland! My God!
Yeah, they're always up to something over there. I know they were obsessed with contacting another universe for a while.
Did that ever go anywhere?
No!
I don't think we were worthy of a response. Like Taylor joked about, this is probably just the
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
And run the other way.
We're not worthy!
That's so depressing.
I have a cure for that.
First date and kiss? Taylor holds out a bottle of booze and playing. It's time to drink more. No, I want to kiss.
Besides, it's a waste of time to focus on questions that have no answer. Like, why do scissors come in packages that require scissors to open? Like, I'm buying a pair. That obviously means that I don't have one to use.
Damn it, Taylor, why'd you have to bring that question up? That's like the fucking chicken or what came first, the egg or the chicken? That is a fucking horrendous question to ask. I don't know which, but it's fucked.
Why don't you just use a kitchen knife to open it?
That might be the answer.
What?
You have like 10 knives in the kitchen drawer. You do know you don't need to use scissors, right?
But there's a little picture of scissors next to the dotted line.
For stares at Taylor.
Is it okay if I just start drinking again? I mean, we're here to have fun.
Dumbass.
Rip into Taylor.
Oh, why not?
You know what? You're right. But I do appreciate talking about more real issues. Even if we'll never know the truth, it's still healthy to talk about.
Hey, I'll drink to that one. It can't be all fun and games, even if we want it to be.
Huh.
Honestly,
You must not have much freedom when you're on tour.
Nah. I'm always at arm's length for one person or another. But I told them I wanted to be left alone while I'm on this hiatus. At least it'll give me the chance to prove that I can care for myself.
And even if you couldn't, we'd be there for you. How about we grab some bottles and head back to my place?
Sounds good to me. Just remember what I said about taking the back door.
Yep, we go out there.
Didn't know you guys had that kind of relationship.
Taylor!
He meant the nightclub, you absolute idiot.
I think I first saw saying in there, Taylor! Ooh, I like you more. Let's go out! A moment later, we all scurry toward the bar. I grab a few balls, whatever stand out to me. Like a kid in a candy store is a pretty apt expression. Especially for Taylor, who seemed overwhelmed by the possibilities. He keeps taking a bottle, putting back, and then taking another one. We didn't leave him behind. We waited for him to choose before leaving. Free was certainly the best price of all. That's a good point. Free is good. Free shit is the best shit there ever is. I don't care what anyone says. Free shit is good. Free samples are an example. But still, most shit should be free. Even though we're all full of free shit. We scurried down the streets carrying more alcohol than we could ever drink. But it was all paid for, so there was no point in letting it go to waste. Actually, we'd been entirely stocked for a New Year's Eve party. Oh, God.
Damn, they're really watching us, huh? Kind of embarrassing. They're gonna think we're alcoholics.
Well, if you're not, you sure fooled me.
Oh, Dante. Look to the other side of the street, people watching from a distance. The flash of their cameras is annoying, but not too overwhelming. Clace was right. They won't approach us due to the system.
How do you operate under this much pressure, Clace? There's so many eyes on me, I can't help but feel violated.
Oh, God.
You get used to it. The number one thing is remembering that they like you. They watch out of respect and admiration, not to judge.
Typically, I'd assume you're right, but I imagine you don't walk down the street like this too often. I mean, we look like we just robbed a dozen liquor stores.
We kinda did. I was just joking about buying it out.
What?
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 I tried to make a joke.
Oh.
Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Nah, I'd never do that. It'd be way too boring without you.
Aww. Keep looking at the other side of the street. The crowd grows. Isaac was right after all. We definitely got some attention. Thankfully, I made sure to dress nice and act confident.
Really? Good to know I made a nice first.
The only thing I dressed for was today, and it's just a fucking buggy shirt and shit. Before you can finish, we hear a ball of booze hit the ground. Shatters, and I feel so... Uh-oh. Thought they stared... Clearly his fault.
We will never mention this again.
The crowd that was watching us laughs like a studio audience. It's so weird, like, they can't cross the divide between us. The system is keeping us apart, despite our desires.
I'd agree, but I know you'll just end up dropping more. You're next level clumsy, and now it's embarrassing me.
Oh, God, why?
Nothing wrong with getting embarrassed. It'll help keep your ego in check.
Me? Ego?
It's undeniable.
Oh, God. Dante struggles to rearrange the balls in his hands. We stand by and wait for him, but we don't clean up the glass. Uh-oh. One of the automated drones would be by to fix it in minutes, for sure.
Hey, you need some help?
You! We're all shocked to attention and look at the other side of the road. Someone walks over, but it's not just anybody. We know this guy.
Figured they weren't gonna jump in and lend a hand. Looks like they're scared of getting in trouble. Well, intimidated even.
Intimidated? Why?
No idea. I'm just the messenger. But I saw a friend in need and ran to help. Guess the system doesn't like good Samaritans.
Well, it's not bad. Our friend here is kind of famous, so they want pictures. The system is actually protecting us from a stampede.
Famous? Really?
Huh.
Been here for a day and I'm already making connections? I'd be super jealous back at home, you know, if we cared about that kind of stuff.
About looks a bit weird, too. Odd. He kneels down beside the broken glass. Running a couple fingers through the pool of booze, he then tastes it. What the fuck? We look at each other confused and a bit concerned about health risks. Well, I'm concerned, too. Why the fuck would you do that?
drink this stuff?
Yeah.
Tastes disgusting.
Yeah, but it makes us happy.
Is this Argus's doing? Make you happy with drinks so you don't fight back?
Wait, what?
What?
Just some food for thought. Or drinks for thought, I guess. Here, let me have some of that.
He motions toward Dante and holds out a hand. Dante looks at us, confused, before giving Zero some bottles. Carrying them with relative ease, he shrugs, unsure what to do next.
Where are we going?
Home.
Well, I don't want to intrude on anything. I'll just help you carry your bottles and then go on my way. Let's call it even for the food you've been giving me.
Sounds fair.
Are you sure we won't get in trouble?
No. It doesn't matter anyway. Look at all the people taking photos of us. Any chance that we wouldn't get caught is long gone.
Is it actually a crime to talk to a Zero?
Well, it's a crime for them to sneak into the city. I imagine it's against the rules by association. If we get docked points, let's just contest it.
That's fucked.
Fair.
That is fucked beyond
The
belief.
system really keeps you all apart, huh?
He tilts his head to the people on the other side of the street.
Looks like both sides are worried about their score. Common sense tells me you could coexist just fine.
Common sense. Not a lot of city folk have that. But thanks for the help. I appreciate it.
Well, you could show your appreciation by actually talking to me. Every person I meet, it's always score this and points that. I don't care about those. Let me make that crystal clear.
Well, you could tell us about yourself. We have a bit of a walk ahead of us. At least an hour.
I want to hear about the famous dude first. What did he do? Suck up to Argus the most?
Hey!
Not really. My score is terrible. But I like to sing and dance, and people like to listen to me.
Oh, God.
I'm on a break now, but I usually just travel the world and perform.
That sounds stressful.
You have no idea. I'd suggest easing up on the Argus hate, though. There's no need to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, you want to fit in as much as possible.
It's hard to do that when I can't enter any buildings. I'm supposed to have a phone with a special chip in it. I don't even have any money. How am I supposed to fit in?
Aren't you here with your friends to fight that, though? You know, so you can have access and stuff?
No, they're here to fight it. I'm here to see the sights and learn about this city. There's a lot less green around here. Super depressing.
Oh, dear. Suddenly I remember the pamphlets I was shown earlier today. This might be a good time to get more information from Zero. Something told me he wouldn't make a habit of hanging out. So I had to ask him in an effort to make productive conversation. Perspective of an outsider is always good. It challenges your views. Yeah. He seems to dislike Argus, but does he really believe the things I read?
Pamphlets? Wait, which ones are you talking about?
I let him know what I heard. They believe that Argus is responsible for Komorebi. And not only that, but they believe Komorebi disapproves free will.
It's ridiculous. Argus must have planted those to make us look bad. We did bring some reading material, but not as stupid as that.
What did you bring exactly?
You know, just stuff about the impending land crisis. We grow in numbers while your cities grow in size. Less food and more people. A pretty bad combination.
Oh.
I didn't know it was so severe.
It's definitely going down that route, yeah. But it's best to
dear.
take care of it before it becomes a problem, you know? We just have foresight. Figured you'd all be used to that by now. Though I guess everyone focuses on potential futures. Kinda stupid when there's a real one right in front of your noses. One look at a Zero colony and you'd be on my side, I guarantee it.
Oh.
I see. Well, thanks for helping. And I hope you enjoy your time in the city.
Of course. It's nice to have a change of pace. And if you want to help in return, just tell people we aren't that bad. If they believe Argus that much, we'll have no chance. Especially if they're starting to fall for those fake pamphlets. Whoever made them, it's clearly just an attempt to undermine.
Honestly, that's the best way to ruin somebody. Attack
Interesting.
their credibility until it doesn't even matter if they speak the truth. Remove our willingness to hear so we don't care what you have to say.
Exactly. But like I said, it feels like a losing battle.
Shit.
Maybe you should share some of that happy juice with me.
Huh. He lets out a soft laugh and we're uncertain if he's serious or not. But since we've been walking the entire time, we've lost the crowd. The return to privacy and anonymous was a welcome one, to say the least.
How much farther is it?
Maybe 5 more minutes?
Oh, God.
All right. This is turning into quite the workout. I'm thankful that I got to make some new friends, though.
Likewise.
Yeah.
And you're moving in with Isaac, right? Guess I'll have to come and visit more often.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But I can come to your place for that stream we talked about. I think a lot of people would be interested in watching it.
You're telling me?
I would be.
Just be warned that I say a lot of stupid stuff. You kind of have to turn off your filter to fill dead air.
I watch you all the time. Trust me, I know. Let's settle on a date and time, and I'll get them to make a press release. The more hype we can build leading up to it, the better. Sound good?
Whoa.
More than good.
Sounds amazing.
I never watched Taylor, but this has me interested.
Yeah, you never watch. You just leech off of my viewers.
Oh, God.
That's a good life.
We laugh as we continue to walk home. Zero is rather quiet, though. He's probably just not sure where he fits in, but we still appreciate the help. By the time we make it back home, he barely says another word. Huh. How odd. How very odd. When we enter, Zero stays outside. He rests the booze he carried on the ground, and we move it inside. It takes a couple trips outside to transport it, but we eventually get the job done.
Hey, it doesn't look like he's leaving.
Taylor peeks through the window. It's a bit odd on both Taylor and the Zero's part.
Well, that's a little odd. I'll go talk to him for a few minutes. You can all relax. I won't be gone long.
Ugh, that's a bit glitched.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty sleepy over here.
Fair enough. I'll try to hurry. You should mingle for a bit. There's no more prying eyes around. I'll show you your room as soon as I get back.
Okay.
I'll start the timer.
As Isaac steps out, the rest of us gather together. What if the Zero moves in with us? Oh, shit. We sit down on the couch and use loud sighs.
I'm getting old.
Oh, shush.
Getting.
Funny.
Funny.
Dude, you're 23. You're not old. You're just dramatic.
Oh, oh shit.
Speaking of dramatic, you sure know how to draw a crowd, Clays. I was worried they'd cave and start swarming us.
Nah, they usually behave. Even without the system, I'm sure they'd still respect me. The relationship I have with my fans is certainly, unique.
I
Sure
bet.
Seems that way. Watching them stare at us felt so surreal. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Huh. I
Well,
see.
Even if it does, you get used to it. But I'd be down to go somewhere more private next weekend. It might be a good idea to avoid that Zero if we can.
Why?
Why not hit up the Wayfarer? It's pretty dead in there, and I love the Atmo.
What's that?
A pub, and a pretty good one. Cheap drinks, and they don't mind pouring extra.
My
Sounds
God,
good to me.
seriously.
Honestly, a nightclub may not have been the best first choice. I hope you can forgive me for what happened after we left.
Ah, don't worry about it, Clays. And I heard you suggest the Wayfarer? Whew, I'm so down. After tonight, I could definitely use a more relaxed outing.
Looks like Isaac is back and kept his word of not being gone for long. He sits down on the couch with the rest of us and yawns.
I'm just going to die here now. I think I've used up my social energy. It's all over for me.
Oh, for God's sake, Isaac.
You still have to show me to my room.
All over.
Ha!
I
Dumbass.
can show you if you'd like. We cleaned that room together, and now I know why. But I'm curious, where's all your luggage at?
Oh, someone's gonna bring it over tomorrow. They'll take care of everything, so don't worry. Are we just gonna let Isaac pass out there?
Oh, yes.
No way. This is my couch. Even if I have to carry him to his room.
God damn it.
So romantic. Why not just take his bed?
With Taylor? Yes.
I'll never do that again. Oh, My back is still recovering.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, you've slept in his bed before?
Upon hearing that, Isaac immediately jumped out of his seat.
All right, it's time. If you're sharing a place to his room, I'll stick with
Nice.
Delta. There's something I wanted to talk about anyways.
Works for me. Then Taylor gets the couch. And just to set this in stone, we're going to the Wayfarer next weekend?
Sounds good to me. Does Friday work for all of you?
Huh.
Yep, I'm
Nice.
wide open. Also, I'll make us all breakfast. I assume your kitchen is fully stocked.
With all the essentials, yeah. But you don't have to do that.
Of course I don't. I'm just choosing to. This all means a lot to me, so I want to help out. It was great to finally meet you too. Well, all of you.
Yay! He looks at me and gives me a soft smile.
I guess that's our cue. See you all in the morning?
Sure thing. Taylor, if you need more blankets or anything...
We glance over at Taylor and he's fast asleep on the couch. I guess he wasn't exaggerating when he said how tired he was. As much as I wanted this night to last forever, it was time to sleep.
Oh. Guess we have to keep it down now. He gets really angry if he loses his beauty sleep.
Cute. That is
Come
cute.
on, Delta. Let's go somewhere more private.
I nod and start to walk toward my room. I'm not sure what he wants to talk about, but it can't be anything bad. It's probably related to the night he planned, if I enjoyed it and stuff like that. Is he gonna kiss me? Kiss me, Isaac. Kiss me. As soon as we get to my room, I sit down on the bed. Oh, Isaac follows suit, sitting down beside me, but also keeping his distance. He adds a sense of familiarity to this otherwise bland and lifeless room. I didn't have enough space to bring everything with me. A lot of stuff, like my computer and bed, had to stay behind. But I guess it's not a fresh start if you don't shed a little bit.
So, did you have fun? What did you think of the plans I made?
Yeah.
Wait, all it takes is me? No, I definitely got too ambitious then. Oh well, at least next weekend will be low effort.
Oh, God.
Not that there's anything wrong with ambition, though I guess it's one of those in moderation things. You could easily go too far. Even Argus was started by someone with high hopes.
I see. He rubs the back of his head a little bit, like he's nervous.
I hope we don't get docked too many points for what happened tonight. Community service wasn't how I planned to spend the rest of my year. We didn't even do anything wrong. Why do I feel so guilty?
Shaking his head, he lets out a dramatic sigh.
Oh, everyone keeps inheriting such flawed ideals these days. Our minds are sewn shut before we even have the chance to open them. Makes us scared of change. Scared of things that are good. The world was never reinvented by people who thought inside the box, Delta. But try as hard as I can, the envelope always pushes back. Rules, guidelines, scores, they just foil progress.
I'm not unsure where he's going with this. But I imagine that score means more to him than others. He works for Argus, after all, the people who govern everything. Getting on their bad side would probably cause endless worry. Yet here he sits without a look of realization on his face, rather than fear. Like the look of a man who just realized what needed to be done.
I think we'll need to have a proper conversation about all that nonsense. Especially with everything that's been going on the last few days. That Zero seems to like us, but I can't blame him.
He gives a thumbs up and a wide smirk.
We're just the coolest.
Isaac, nice one. We both laugh and then he inches a little bit closer.
For real though, people get in trouble for this kind of thing. But if we do, I want to fight it. And I want your help to do that too. Talking to a Zero shouldn't have to damage our lives.
I agree. He approached us and the interaction was harmless. As long as no harm was done, I don't think we should get in trouble. Of course, letting one thing slide can easily turn into an avalanche.
In fact, I'm willing to fight for a world where no one cares about that stuff. And if Argus just uses that to make an example out of me, well, at least I tried.
Oh, boy.
Everyone else just accepts their punishment without asking questions.
It's true. People can easily become blind to the status quo. Jump through enough hoops and eventually you'll just get used to it. That's what Argus did. Taught us all to jump without asking why.
Anyway, I'd hate to end this night on a sour note. I'm just drunk venting, and there's no need to do that right now. I came in here to thank you for tonight, and let you know that I'm here. I know things are getting off to a great start, but I'm still here. If you're ever lonely, scared, or thinking of home, just let me know. I haven't been this motivated in years, and it's all thanks to your arrival.
Aw, Isaac. He places his hands in mine.
I've got your back. I guess I just want to make that clear. At the end of the day, this give and take is all we really have. But you know what? It's all we really need. Someone there to help us when things go bad. Someone to direct us when we start feeling lost. I'm trying to buy time now since I'm super nervous.
Oh, Isaac.
But I guess this is one of those things that I just need to get over with. Especially now that the booze has shot my confidence sky high.
Oh, poor guy. Without another word, he leans forward and kisses me on the cheek. Ooh. When he pulls back, his face is bright red. I've never seen him like this before. It's not a bad thing, though. I squeeze his hands with a smile before letting go.
Enjoy your new life, Delta. And here's to a better tomorrow.
Indeed. He leaves the room happier than he'd been all night. It must have been a relief that things went off mostly without a hitch. I plug in my phone, then lay in bed and stare up at the ceiling. It's almost been a week, but this still doesn't feel like my bed. I wonder when that will change, and what might spark the change. The fact that we can make anywhere feel like home is rather peculiar. It just might take some more time. My eyelids feel heavy, and I soon succumb to fatigue. The very same fatigue that I fought off in Isaac's car when I first arrived. But I feel like this time I could let it get the better of me. I deserve it, after all. I sleep, despite my worry that tomorrow I greet may not be better. Because, vision or not, we were all united in our fear of what would happen next. Oh, wow. This is getting pretty damn deep. I love it. And then they were hungover. What the fuck? That's a fucking good screenshot. And then, as soon as I wake up, I saunter over to the living room. I say saunter since I'm not sure if there's a word for hangover walk. My slow, labored strides carry me toward the promise of a hot breakfast. But when I make it to my destination, I'm immediately let down. There's nobody in the kitchen, and Clace is half asleep on the living room couch. I'm about to call out his name, but Isaac beats me to it, entering behind me.
Hey, Clace. You forgetting something?
He moves slightly and speaks nonsense. It's like he's caught halfway between dream and reality.
Dude, get up.
Suddenly, Clace jumps out of the couch, adjusts his scarf, and looks embarrassed. I suppose I'd be embarrassed too if I promised everyone a meal and messed up. But I'm sure we could still eat, even if it's just a bit later than initially planned.
Sorry. Just the hangover. I didn't expect the party so hard last night.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. You're just a lightweight. You rang?
Oh, god damn it, Taylor. Taylor walks in the room looking like a zombie. Seems like the night hit some of us harder than others.
Can't imagine partying like that too often. Maybe one day I'll be on your level.
I've been saying that for years, but you just can't beat Isaac and Taylor.
Dante enters the room, cup of coffee in hand. I swear that thing is glued to him come morning time.
Good to know I party harder than a pop star. I always knew I was special, but this just seals it.
Jeebus.
That, and you don't let us down when you promise a hot breakfast. Sorry, Clace, but you're not gonna live this one down anytime soon.
It was an honest mistake. I'll handle myself better at the tavern.
His ears and a bright it's almost like told us exactly. Forgot our heart to heart.
Oh no.
He covers his face with his hands.
Oh no. Delta, forget everything I said. I was just drunk venting, I swear. I didn't even mean it.
No!
Ooh, gossip time.
I could go for some gossip.
Even Isaac leans in, curious about what happened.
You're all awful people.
He laughs as he gets up from the couch and stumbles slightly.
And that's why you fit right in.
You're all awful.
Come here. I gotcha.
Isaac wraps an arm around Clay's and he helps him stay upright. Maybe he's not just hungover. He could still be kind of drunk, too.
Thanks, man. I'll get you back one day.
Yeah, if I ever need it.
This is so
I'm
awesome.
not quite the shot taker you are.
We look at one another and try to figure out what we should do. In his current state, Clay's would certainly not be making us breakfast.
Wanna just hit up the Triple R?
You mean the hangover breakfast place?
I see you've already been told. That sound good to everyone else?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I nod. Going to Triple R had almost become a regular occurrence for me now.
I actually have something important to talk about. And just so you know, yes, it is related to that zero.
Oh man, I
Oh.
almost forgot.
I was expecting a few hits to my score when I woke up this morning. Gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised.
We all look at each other, then back at Isaac as he wears a wide smirk.
What did you do?
What did you do? Isaac?
Let's wait until we're eating. Then I'll talk. Promise.
God damn it, Isaac. He reaches up and snaps a finger in an almost dramatic fashion.
Scene change.
What the fuck? You fourth wall breaking son of a bitch! How dare you? How dare you break the fourth wall?
What? How did you do that?
Don't even worry about it. And look, breakfast is served.
No, what? Wait, what the fuck? Minecraft Brew, Witty Cherry, Rule Bows, Majira Strawberry. Is that Majira? Why does that sound familiar? Majira Strawberry. Huh. Why does that sound familiar? It sounds like someone's name. Weird. We all look down to find full plates before us. Clay whispers as he rests his head on the table.
Did you need to do that while I'm this hungover?
Almost definitely.
Oh, God.
Everything is spinning enough already.
Oh, poor guy. He shakes his head and attempts sitting upright.
And I don't even remember ordering this. How much is it gonna set me back?
He turns his head toward the sign at the back of the diner. After seeing the price, he groans, but so do the rest of us. It's more expensive than normal. They changed the price!
What? That's no fair. They should have told us.
And give us the chance to say no. Doesn't seem very lucrative to me.
Uh-oh.
I guess the third R stands for robbery.
Nice.
Or maybe Isaac's magic trick messed something up.
We all look at him a little confused.
Magic trick? What do you mean?
Yeah, right. Very funny.
This time, instead of looking at Clace, we change glances at one another.
What's he talking about?
I haven't the foggiest. Anyway, Isaac, what's up?
Huh?
You said you wanted to talk to us about something zero related?
Oh, yeah, of course. It's just been a long night. Although, I did find a way to keep us out of trouble.
Really?
What do you mean?
How? Not gonna lie, I've been kind of worried.
I've been a bit worried, yes, and a bit curious of what you did.
Yeah, same. I've been checking my phone all morning. Figured it was only a matter of time before my score went down.
Isaac, what did you do?
I bet you're all surprised that it hasn't changed, right?
Actually, yeah. And now you're starting to worry me. You did something, didn't you, Isaac?
Isaac?
Absolutely. In fact, I worked so hard, I didn't get any sleep.
Oh.
And I did it all in the name of protecting my friends.
Oh.
And yourself, of course.
Mostly myself.
God damn it, Isaac.
How altruistic.
Yeah, I'm basically a hero.
And you tell me to keep my ego in check.
Wait. In order to stave off my increasingly growing paranoia, you didn't make another one of your mods, did you?
Promise to let me explain before you freak out?
Please.
That's definitely a yes, Dante. Oh, we're gonna get locked up for real now.
Let's give him a chance to explain before I start screaming.
Wait, why are we screaming? And what do you mean another one of his mods?
Did Isaac not tell you?
You're starting to worry me here.
He just likes to tinker with Argus tech. It's no big deal. That's why you won't be hearing any system notifications at home.
No big deal? You bug me about it like every day. It's been a couple years already. We're not getting in trouble, man.
True. Argus usually cracks down on that stuff right away. If you didn't get in trouble the first time, you probably won't at all.
Well, that's a good thing, because I don't want to get fucked over by Argus.
I guess I'm just a ball of paranoia then.
Yes, you are, Dante. And a smartass, too, but you're a lovable smartass.
Likely.
Let's hear him out. I'm actually kind of curious what he did. Just please don't make us worry more than we already are. Every time
Oh,
you
boy.
do something new, you just make us panic.
Look, that's not my fault, remember? I have a flawless track record. It's your trust in me that needs polishing.
Hey, oh!
So, even though you basically break the law, it's still our fault.
Good to know we're on the same page.
God damn it, Isaac. God damn it, man.
You better have a good explanation this time, then.
Yes.
Oh, I do. This one's a game changer. Ready to see the latest innovation from the House of Isaac?
No!
Only if you never say it like that again.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna second that.
I'm gonna third that. Thirding.
Wow, you too, Delta?
I shrug.
I'm gonna need your help with this one, though. Remember when you came to visit me at work?
Of course.
Oh? Having secret meetings without us? Didn't realize you two were moving that fast.
Oh.
Dante, come on. Now's not the time. I'm trying to tell you something important.
Right. Sorry. Sass is just my default.
No shit. Isaac shrugs and disregards what happened.
All right, so I've been making lots of big sales at work lately. However, earlier last week, I lost commission on a lot of them.
Yeah, you mentioned that, actually.
That has got to be painful.
It was, but there was a silver lining. A big one, too. Turns out the people that bought them were up to no good. This is the part that Delta can vouch for, by the way.
I can, yeah.
Knew I could count on you. Anyway, I decided to look into it, and I found something big. The purchases were made by an anti-Argus organization.
What?
I think I've seen them in the news lately. Weren't they called Cypher or something?
Yeah, exactly. They helped the Zeros sneak into the city. But that was only half of their plan. They, kinda slipped up.
Uh-oh.
What was the other half?
Hooking up the Zeros with phones and identities. You know, basically starting a revolution.
What?
What?
You can do that?
I'm pretty sure that's impossible.
Isaac looks forward to clearing Vets what he's about to say.
Actually, it's not impossible. There was just no reliable way to test it out. Remember, this is the first wave of Zeros to enter any city. Everything until now was just practice, with no action.
What?
And how does this help us?
Well, they had no way of knowing whether they'd fail or not. Sometimes you just don't know until you finally flick that switch. However, in slipping up, they left behind a perfect blueprint.
What? What do you mean?
Isaac.
You didn't.
Isaac, you didn't.
I did.
What did you do? He smiles like he says toward Taylor and Dante.
I made this for our new friend. He should be able to
What?
live in the city just like the rest of us. So, as far as everything goes, we're totally off.
Wow!
That sounds highly illegal.
Yeah, but it's not like we'll get caught. Though his new score did take a bit of a hit. You know, for pestering a public figure and stuff.
Oh, God.
I find this exceptionally hard to believe. You found a way to cheat the system overnight?
Not really, no. That Cypher group put in years of work. They basically left behind a test that was 99% complete.
And you knew the final answers.
Bingo! So, I'm gonna give this to that 0, and we can move on. We won't get in trouble for anything we've done. I guarantee it.
Good.
How can you possibly guarantee that?
I guess you'll just have to work on trusting me.
He always asks for the impossible.
Indeed.
I feel like we should have talked about this first. Maybe.
I couldn't just sit back and let you get in trouble. We hung out with that 0 and gave him city goods. At least now we don't have to worry about our scores.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
ticking time bomb like this is way less stressful.
Ooh. Ooh, when you put it like that.
Come on, I'm just trying to help.
Is this why you went back outside to talk to him last night?
Yeah, I already kind of made up my mind.
Sounding his drunken venting last night made a lot more sense.
Can you at least give me a more technical explanation? You don't have to explain it like we're children.
Sure. You almost done eating? He's supposed to meet us outside a few minutes from now.
What?
Oh, and just so you know, he has a name now.
Oh? Is it 0? Is it still 0? Oh my God, how long is this going to go on? I thought this would be a good short one. After fiercely eating our meals, we leave the diner. Dante wasted no time getting back on topic almost exactly as we exit.
Well,
Well, what?
aren't you going to tell us how you pulled this off?
Oh, right. Just didn't want to do it inside. Even if we're safe, it's
Whew.
still good to be cautious.
Okay. He looks around, ensuring that we have privacy. The streets are relatively empty today, so I think we're good.
Well, Cypher was actually pretty successful. They just slipped up in the end. They had no problem creating new identities to place on blank phones. Their logic was sound, and their internal testing went perfectly. But things always change when you put plans into action. Once the phones connected to Argus's database, they triggered alarms. The phones were flawless, but the identities didn't have a match.
Oh, dear.
So it was just pushing past an extra layer of security.
Well, I think that's certainly downplaying my ability. And if you want to get technical, it was like 10,000 layers.
Oh, shit. Fuck me.
The moment those phones connected to Argus, Cypher was compromised. But I got to see exactly how they lost, and how to avoid it. It's something only a higher-up at Argus could accomplish.
You work retail.
Hey, I'm still pretty high
Yeah.
up there. My
Yeah.
security clearance goes a lot higher than you'd think. I even have right access to the pupil system.
Wait,
The what?
Seriously? I didn't know you were, like, successful.
I know what you're trying to say, so I won't take it as a shot. But yeah, that's why I'm aiming for that promotion next year. It'll actually put me closer to my true role inside of Argus.
So
True
you can
role?
just create matching identities in the database?
Among other things, yeah. Remember, it's complicated. I'm trying to keep it easy so everyone understands.
Okay.
It makes sense to me. But isn't that gonna look suspicious? I mean, a random guy just popping into existence last night?
Funny that you're the one to ask, Clays. Isn't your burner account basically the same thing?
Isaac is right. Clace technically has a second identity. It's for safety and anonymity as a pop idol, but it's still similar.
Oh, right.
So, it's definitely possible to create a new identity without issue. In fact, it's actually done every day, thanks to the VP system.
Now you're just throwing out random letters. VP? What are you talking about?
Victory pose! Ow. That hurt. Oh, my arm. At the exact second Zero approached us.
I didn't want to intrude, so I circled the block a few times. Then I came back and you were still talking, so I circled again. Honestly, this time I'm just showing up so I can ask you to stop.
He smirks at us.
Though I am pretty curious about this pupil and VP thing. You said I'd be the first Zero in history to do all this, right?
Maybe keep that part down.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Forgot that was kind of a no-no word around here. Though I gotta say, I am grateful for the opportunity, Isaac. And don't think I forgot about the rest of you either.
Huh. He looks at me and gives me another smirk.
Glad to see they let the cool one tag along.
Oh.
Hey, I'm totally cool. Especially after what I did for you.
Oh my God. Then. Tell me about this pupil and VP stuff.
Isaac looks around and it seems like more people are outside now.
Maybe we should take this somewhere more private.
Yeah, good idea. I don't think we should bring him home, though. We should wait until we're really feeling safe.
Okay.
Don't worry, I have an idea.
Oh, yeah?
My talent agency has a branch in almost every major city. There's lots of air travel, especially when an idol's on tour. There should be a small airfield nearby we can make use of.
What?
Airfield? Isn't that a little extra?
Well, if you want to make it as an idol, you have to be a little extra. Besides, those private jets are super secure. I hide in them all the time.
Oh my God.
Hide? From what?
Just stupid stuff. You know, like responsibilities.
Oh God, who doesn't hide from responsibilities?
And you keep becoming more and more relatable. I'm down, though. Hanging in a private jet sounds pretty awesome.
I like the sound of that, actually. And Clace's entry scan won't tip anybody off either. Especially if he hides in those things as often as he says.
And you'll tell me more about all this technical stuff?
Yeah, in style, too.
Guess I picked the right people to bug that day, then. Whatever you say goes, Isaac. I'm totally in your debt.
Oh, it's just the lighting. I thought that was the fur color also. Fuck, that was playing tricks on me. Damn it. Eventually we make it to the airfield and I start to look around. It was probably best to keep our plans quiet, so we chose to be cautious. Ugh. The airfield is huge and Clay starts leading us to whatever plane he prefers. We end up choosing a plane that was at the far back of the field. One that didn't look like it had been used for a while, or would be used anytime soon. The moment we entered, Clay closed the door behind us, leaving us in complete darkness.
You ready for the big reveal?
No!
Please, I can wait no longer.
I don't want to see it! I've never been in a private jet before, so I don't know what to expect. Since Clace is hyping up, though, my expectations are shooting sky high. A moment later, when he turns on the lights, those expectations are exceeded.
And here we are. A
Whoa.
real home away from home.
Whoa! I quickly scanned the room, taking in the beautiful sight before me. There's no windows, just one big screen set to the scene of the sky. Without even lifting off, it already feels like we're soaring to heavens.
Whoa. Incredible. What do you think, Taylor?
Moment passes, no one responds.
Taylor?
Taylor? He's covering his face with his hands. What? What happened? So he realizes the lights are on and he covers his face. Oh my God.
So much for thriving in the dark.
Meanie.
Meanie.
Oh, I didn't realize you were afraid of...
It's because I'm not.
Oh, I see.
First, the Zero steps forward. Though I have to say it's a bit peculiar that Taylor is afraid of the dark. Oh, poor guy.
Damn, you weren't lying when you said this guy's famous. And rich enough to call a jet his home away from home, too? Maybe you can just pay off Argus if we ever get in trouble.
Bribe the authorities? Yeah, that would go over so well.
Probably not. And that's not why I call this place a home away from home either. The real reason is, well, I guess it's kind of complicated.
Oh?
I'll
Is
take your word for it.
Or we could be real friends and let him explain. This place clearly means a lot to him, right?
Clay's supposed to look excited and happy as Taylor defends him. Not wasting another moment, he jumps right into his explanation.
Well, you know how your home makes you feel, right? Safe, secure, and happy? It's familiar, so it has a lot of meaning.
Huh.
Yeah, I feel that. Coming home after a long day at work. Couldn't think of a better feeling if I tried.
Well, I'm always traveling, so I don't really have a place like that. These jets all share the same internal design, so it's the closest thing I had. No matter where I was in the world, I could always come to a place like this.
Huh.
And for some reason, that gave me comfort.
We all look at one another before Dante jumps in with some trademark snark.
Depressing, but it makes sense.
Oh, God. Dante!
Yeah, basically sums up the life of an idol. But during my visit, I hope Isaac's home can feel special too. Never really had the chance to live in a normal house.
Huh.
And Zero, that is why we let our friends speak. Look at all that info you were just about to shut down.
Sorry, the cold shoulder kind of became my go-to. In the city, it's best not to risk exposing my identity. Though I guess now that won't be an issue.
Really?
You, want to get this show on the road?
Upon seeing to Jay and hearing Clay's story, I guess we got a bit derailed. But the Zero was right. We had some important business to take care of.
Right. Sorry. Where was I?
I heard something about the pupil system and VP. No clue what they are, but apparently they helped you cheat Argus.
Right. You ready? I think it's time we all take a seat.
As we all sat down, Isaac looks lost in thought. I guess it won't be easy to explain how he cheated Argus. It was a world first, after all. If it was easy to do, it would have been done by now.
Please kill me. I can't take this suspense anymore.
Please kill me.
Oh? You want us to beat Argus to it?
No!
Not funny, Dante.
It was actually kind of funny.
There are sparks that Isaac finally breaks free from his train of thought.
Right, so the pupil system is basically a database of everybody. It's probably where the eyes of Argus find themselves the most. When we signed up, that's actually where we put all our info in. I have write access, which means I can create identities. When someone needs to sign up at my store, I can help them do it. Argus just trusts me not to do anything more than that, I guess.
You really have that much power?
I've worked for them ever since I was old enough to work. If there's anybody they trust with this clearance, it's me. There is a bit more to it, however.
Really?
Like Clay said, he has a second account. A fake name and a fake identity in the name of his security. There's already a precedent for this sort of thing. I just had to look into it. Fake accounts and identities are mostly made for two groups of people. Celebrities, like our pop star friend, and those who make use of the VP program. Believe it or not, fake identities are created almost every day for it.
This is really interesting.
Okay, but what is it?
The Vision Protection Program.
That can't be real.
What?
Oh, it is. People don't always have the best visions. In situations like that, Argus can give them a new lease on life. If you're a victim, or even commit a crime in your vision, they can relocate you. It's mostly a precautionary measure to stop crimes from occurring. At least, in theory, they want to stop bad visions from coming to pass. If you wanted to create an identity without suspicion, that'd be how.
He scoffs.
I'm actually kind of surprised, Isaac. Now that you explained it, I think I believe you.
Yeah, it was pretty simple at the end
Nice.
of the day. At least for somebody in my position.
Don't get cocky now.
Yeah, I only beat the system that governs our lives. Totally not a big deal, all things considered.
You need to work on your sarcasm, Isaac.
Well,
Nice.
I'm learning from the best.
We laugh and the tension room seems to disappear. I can understand Isaac's explanation, at least a little bit. That's a lot of pieces falling into place at once. Clay's second account, the VP program, the pupil system, and Isaac's rank. Even those sales he lost at work, they all combined to let him pull this off. It really feels like a culmination of everything I've experienced thus far.
So basically, you walked a digital tightrope, and now it's up to me to follow your footsteps?
A bit of a bad metaphor, if you ask me. I walked that rope, but turned it into a road for you. All the risky business is already taken care of. I promise.
If you say so.
I do.
So, let me get this straight. Cypher taught you how to put fake identities on phones, and your position at Argus lets you verify those fake identities.
More or less.
Huh.
And you set it up like you were in the VP program, so it's technically the same as Clace's burner account?
Well, I didn't want to snoop on him in the pupil system. But from what I gathered while studying, they're essentially the same. And how many times has Clace gotten in trouble for using that account?
Honestly, never.
Exactly. Things are gonna be fine. As far as Argus is concerned, all of us are the same now. So what do you say? Ready for your new life, Zero?
Yeah, I think I am.
Isaac smiles and takes out the phone once again. Places down in front of the Zero, who quickly picks it up. I can tell he's confused, but also looks incredibly happy.
Welcome to the system, Chiron.
Chiron? Is that my name?
Yep, picked it out myself. What do you think?
Chiron.
It's perfect.
I like it!
So I can use this just like anybody else.
You sure can. And don't forget about the tavern this weekend. From now on, you'll never drink booze off the streets again.
Huh.
That was not my proudest moment.
No.
What about this one?
It's definitely up there. I don't know how to repay you, Isaac.
Maybe less of that cold shoulder?
I'll work on it for sure.
He smiles. Probably the first genuine one I've seen from him. I take the city life for granted, and this made me realize it. What was normal for me was life-changing for Chiron.
Wait, he's gonna come to the tavern with us? Is that really a good idea?
I'll go scope it out, but I don't see why not. Want to meet back here in a few days and talk it through?
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Oh, is this gonna be our new HQ?
I won't be leaving anytime soon, but that's just because I don't have anywhere else to go.
Make yourself at home. The couches probably beat the street. And yeah, we can meet again here when we need to talk. Like I said, these things are really safe and secure.
So, like Taylor said then, new HQ?
New
Yeah.
HQ.
New HQ.
He smiles, and for some reason, everything feels weird. It's like we were at a turning point in our own history and the history of society. Chiron would always and forever be the first Zero to integrate into the system. Maybe there was hope for everyone else after all. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah, baby. I sit in the chair with my face in my hands. The counselor immediately notices my fatigue and tilts his head. Looks like I was still recovering from a nightclub outing. Well, it's not like a bunch of other stuff didn't happen, but yeah. I guess everything was just starting to take its toll on me. Moving is a big deal. Now there's all this extra stuff. Of course, I had to keep a lot of it secret from my counselor. The one person who's supposed to help me organize my head. Ironic. He waits for me to speak, but I don't. Eventually, he decides to get things started.
Things must have been rather hectic. It's not like you to be late, Delta.
I tell him there's a lot going on. I'm only half truthful. I say that our nightclub outing was intense, and I'm still catching up on sleep. Based on his understanding of my life, it's clearly enough to say to him.
Well, that makes sense to me. It was your first big outing. I'm sure you saw your friends in a new light, too.
True. Definitely.
Hopefully you like what you're starting to see. That may change if they feel like they've won you over. At that point, a lot of people feel like they can stop trying.
Oh?
It's not a bad thing. and it's something we all do. Enjoy this as a honeymoon phase, though, not the standard. You may start to notice their courtesies and time slowly fade away.
What?
But on the bright side, at least you won't be tired like this all the time. I'm assuming it was a one-of-a-kind welcoming celebration? If not, I may be kind of concerned for your friends.
He let out a soft chuckle like he was attempting to make a joke. I tell him that they like a good time, but this was definitely over the top.
Sounds exciting. But I have to ask, is alcohol commonplace in your group?
I nod, common but not a focus. A genuine concern, but I tell him that we're just enjoying my rival.
Very well. Just make sure you're drinking for the right reasons. Sometimes people ask how much instead of why. Think about that if you ever want to self-evaluate.
Oh, good advice, good advice. Seems like a good time to tell him about the bar. Alcohol use might be prominent for a while, especially on New Year's Eve. Oh, and I also left slip the fact that a celebrity bought the booze and moved in.
I see. So you weren't the only one moving in with Isaac. Interesting. Just make sure this celebrity doesn't pressure you into anything. A lifestyle like that can be just as dangerous as it is glamorous.
Ugh. I shake my head. It won't be a problem. Clay seems really nice. Yeah, he does. But he also experienced Komorebi, so I'm still the odd one out. That's why I take these sessions, so I feel the need to tell him.
At this point, it's pretty unlikely that you'll run into anybody without Komorebi. Except for me, of course. The odds are just against people like us.
Huh.
But I have to ask, did he happen to tell you about his vision? Interesting. You know, you see a lot of people do that. Artists with visions always seem more established in the future. The temptation to steal an idea or two is more common than you think.
Huh. He fills with his papers before resting them on the table beside him.
Have you ever heard of the stolen Renaissance? It's a bit of an older term, but it's still used quite widely.
No, I haven't. Elaborate.
Well, right when the vision started, things were chaotic. They permanently threw society and technology down a different path. Some would even argue that it sabotaged a lot of positive change. This is hard to prove, but artists are a pretty good example. A lot of people ended up seeing futures where they created masterpieces. In their haste to recreate them, they fell short and ruined their careers.
Ugh. That would be rather crushing.
Now, think about all the great pieces of art in our history. There's so many, and their influence on things is incredibly clear. But can you think of any since the day Komorebi began? There seems to be a rather peculiar halt, doesn't there? A lot of our greats taken away. A renaissance stolen. At least that's one of the more believable effects.
That sounds pretty legit. More believable? That reminds me of our group at the nightclub. We talked about some theories of Komorebi, even absurd ones involving aliens. It was cool to hear about how visions affect society on a deeper level, though.
You don't really stop to think about these things until they're brought up. But I deal with a lot of patients, and every friend group has an artist. It looks like your new acquaintance just got lucky. That's rare.
Nice.
Some artists are open about stealing from their future selves. In fact, recreating something you saw in a vision is like another form of art. A new skill to be mastered. Completely
To be
separate
mastered.
from the base medium.
What the hell? A new skill to be mastered. Nice. I never stopped to think about it like that, but then again, I've never had a vision. It's doubtful that you'll be able to remember every single detail of something you made. Perhaps they just took the most important pieces and filled in the blanks. Curious. But I guess he's right. That'd be a measure of entirely different skill. It's doubtful that you'll be able to remember every single detail of something you made. I still think it's weird that we borrow from the future, like it's a resource.
But then we have to talk about the more sinister theories. You know, like if somebody is responsible for Komorebi and all the visions. Imagine that. Having society's growth and art all in the palm of your hand.
Ugh. That's fucked. That would be catastrophic. We were in we were in the wrong hands. The other theories flood to the forefront of my mind that Argus was responsible. If they could control visions and make us see what they wanted... Oof. Part of me doesn't even want to think about that. But the counselor did mention it in one of our previous sessions. Visions could just be a trick to lure people down a certain path. I spent the rest of our session sitting in near silence, almost terrified. The stolen Renaissance? Then what else was taken from us? Maybe I truly am lucky not to be bound by a vision. A sudden worry for my friends starts to rise within me. Komorebi was always a force that nobody could compete with. But if it also happened to be created, it could be managed? Well, then whoever was in charge would literally rule the world. And if it were Argus, then we may already be on their bad side. Oh, shit. That's not a good thing to think about. Oh! Part 2! First in all of history. Oh my god, we finally made it to part 2! Thank god! I thought we were still a ways away. Wow. What?
Welcome to the second of 4 fragment maps.
Oh, 4? Oh god, 4.
This will act the same as the first one, so no further guidance will be offered.
Okay.
Remember to read Delta's diary entries between pivotal fragments, and enjoy your journey.
Okay. Did I get...
You have not unlocked.
What do you mean I haven't unlocked any?
Experience pivotal fragment. Ground...
Now! How long was I at that? Oh my god. That's nuts. What is this one?
Experience. Heart to... Experience. Heart... Experience. Experience.
Okay, so it's all 2 for that. Right. I'm gonna guess this is Chiron right here. Like, legit. Will be. What's this one say?
Experience pivotal fragment.
Calm before the crime.
Experience pivotal fragment.
Rebels and Rebels
Experience
part 1.
pivotal
What the shit?
Experience pivotal.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Would you like to change the status of...
How is this nostalgia?
Would you like to change the status of the nostalgia filter?
Yes, because I don't understand how that's nostalgia. Anyway, that took longer than I fucking thought. Oh man, but damn, we made it through. We're in part 2 of this finally, and shit's really getting interesting with this. I mean, seriously, I'm not gonna lie, it's getting like, my god, some of this is relatable. Holy shit. Oh, and I'm absolutely in it for every fucking second of this. I absolutely love it. So, I think we'll leave this one here. It's been a pretty good one, I have to say. The story is interesting, the characters are awesome, and it's just really good lore, I have to say. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and remember, if you want to stay in tuned for more, remember, hit that little heart button that says follow right next to it, so you'll be able to get notified and stay tuned of when I go live for streaming, which will be a huge variety of things, be it something like this, to RPGs, to JRPGs. I have a whole mixture for everyone to enjoy, and to basically just tune in for whatever they enjoy, and maybe just experience some of the stupid shit that I possibly do every now and then, but that's for the entertainment. So yeah, hope y'all will enjoy that stuff. And remember, the Donkey Zone has its own podcast, which is on YouTube and Spotify, called The Zone's Outpost. We recently released a new episode. We recently released an episode, so go on and check that out as well as the other ones, and see what you think. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and until the next one, have a good night and a good day.